everybody, welcome to another episode of I Never Met a Stranger I Didn't Like. I'm your host, Phil Tubbs, and I've got an awesome guest with me, somebody I've known for quite a few years.
Quite a few.
He's the only person I've ever let tattooed and probably will ever let tattoo. And so, I mean, you leave and I can't find you, then I don't know what I'm going to do. But I got Rich Wallace here from Secret Ink here in Claremore. How you doing, bub?
Doing great. Great. Just surviving.
Surviving. I mean,
one day at a time.
You are surviving. We'll get into it some more, but man, you got a heck of a story the past few months.
Yeah.
And it's, I mean, literally you were just telling me and my eyes, I felt like were popping out of my head. Like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what? It's some crazy stuff. So, I mean, you guys definitely got to listen to this whole episode because it's going to be, there's going to be some fun stuff in here and there's going to be some crazy shit in there. It's like, what in the world? There's some things, I mean, what you told me, I didn't even know that was possible, to be honest. Mm-hmm. So, but that's insane. So, Rich, you have Secret Ink. And for people that may not know what Secret Ink, if they're not from around here, they're listening from a different tattoo shop.
Correct.
You've been doing tattoos here at Secret Ink for what, 20 years? Over 20 years now? How long has it been?
I've been tattooing 27 years. We've been in Claremore since 05.
05?
Right.
See, that makes me feel bad because I don't like tell people like that's shows my age now. I'm getting older. I'm catching up.
So many of you young guys were coming to me like when you turned age. You were 18 years old,
yep.
And now you've got families, you've got kids.
Yep.
And
So
I've watched you all grow up.
It's funny. The first tattoo I got was when you were doing the breast cancer awareness, trying to do
2008.
Yep. And the girl that was with me when she got it done, we were kind of dating at the time. Well, we kind of went our separate ways. Now I am married to her and have my kids with her. It's a kind of a funny, it's like a roundabout thing, like watching like come around and she's seen me go from this crazy.
And I marry those people now. I'm ordained, so I marry a lot of my clients now. Oh yeah,
That's
So
pretty neat.
It's crazy. We marry them right in the shop.
That's cool. And then you just tattoo the ring right on for them, huh?
It's part of the deal.
Really?
They get matching tats and a little bottle of champagne and a cupcake to feed each other, and we film it.
That is killer. So if you're getting married and that's kind of up your alley,
we do specials on Valentine's Day and really that weekend. But
that's killer, dude.
It's we have some fun with it.
Yeah,
we try.
I mean, you got to enjoy what you're doing, and clearly you're great at it. You're amazing.
I like
hurting
artist. People. I mean, it's my thing.
Yeah. You kind of get a little bit of like, yeah.
Kind of my sadistic side. Yeah, I like hurting.
You watch a scene like when they kind of flinch, you're like,
sadist in me.
Got it good. Yeah. I mean, I always tell people like there's something to be said about tattoo therapy. Like you get tattooed.
I think it's a real thing.
I think to me, like my thing is all I'm thinking about is that pain as it's going on. And then you like certain spots like you hit and you're like, oh, because I have one on my chest and you're like that far from my nipple.
Right.
And that hurts.
Oh yeah.
But you're focused on nothing else but that pain.
Right.
But once that pain's over, you come out of it, you got something beautiful. So it's kind of like a little lesson there.
You get the memento.
Yeah.
So
you got something good to show at the end of it.
Right.
And I mean, it makes it worth it.
Yeah,
for sure. And I mean, and honestly, it doesn't hurt that. I mean, certain spots I'm sure that I haven't got done hurt worse, but from what I have had done, like it's not terrible. It's tolerable.
It's not permanent. It'll pass.
Yeah, it goes away. I mean, it's kind of the part of the thing. It's just like people nowadays do the numbing cream all the time. And I feel like that just kind of takes the fun out of the tattoo of what it's supposed to be, Like it kind of goes against the tattoo therapy.
Typically, if I can keep them talking, they do fine.
They do fine.
Just keep them talking, and it's all good.
Yeah, just keep it rolling so they're not
freaking
out. I'm sure you've seen all kinds of stuff, like people passing out and vomiting or things like that.
I've had them vomit on me. I've had them wet the chair.
No.
I've hopefully they're not watching. It's only happened once, and you'll know who it is.
You know who you are.
But I've had several throw up on me. I've had passing out's really not a thing. I mean, they go into this like a Vegas state where their eyes are open.
But
they may fart, they may grin, they may giggle, but they're just kind of in wah-wah land. You know, they're not out though.
Yeah.
And all you can do is just kind of stop, watch them, make sure they don't fall out of the chair.
Yeah. Take a grab, let them get them.
When they come to, give them a glucose pill or a banana or something, get their sugar level straight again, and they're usually good to go.
Good to go.
Yeah, but sometimes it's
that's crazy.
They go a different route.
Yeah.
But
so I mean probably done thousands and thousands of tattoos over 27 years. You probably don't even know anymore, huh?
We used to average about 300 a month. Dang. I don't know what we do anymore. I mean, ever since COVID, everything's just kind of
weird.
It's been weird. It's nothing's what it used to be.
Yeah,
I miss the old days.
I do too,
COVID just it just threw a monkey wrench in the whole spoke tire and wheel thing. But this year's probably been the best we've had in the past several years. But it's nowhere what it was prior to COVID.
Like we were talking, economy is kind of weird. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know, we never know what's going on. People are literally, they're surviving.
Right. And that's why we try to offer so many things that people don't understand locally. Like being the owner of the shop and I'm the only artist there, we offer like a tat of the month. Mm-hmm. So it's $100 a month. I come up with 6 to 8 designs and you get one of those every month for $100 a month.
Oh, that's killer. I didn't know that.
And then, it's, we can't let you look down the line, but like as you get going, if you don't like something the following month, you can always go back. You just can't go forward. You have to work your way through the year. Okay. But a lot of the pieces that are in there are $300, $400, $500 pieces that you're only doing for $100 a month. But to me, it's having you consistently on the book every month is what makes it worthwhile for me.
Yeah.
Most shops couldn't do this simply because if they're just an artist, they've got to split that with the boss. They've got booth rent, all this stuff, so they would lose. We've also got the gumball machine. We've got discounted tats in there. We currently have specials in the shop for the Route 66 commemorative that's going on. Mm-hmm. We've got designs up for the 250th anniversary of America.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on that's kind of...
I try to keep up with stuff, and we got the Shelby meet coming up this week, so you got a lot of patriotic people coming in.
Yep.
I try to stay on top of stuff, but I'm getting old too, so you gotta work with me.
I'm still trying to figure out like the whole every day almost there's like some kind of holiday or something anymore. Right. And the slangs and the everything, I can't keep up myself.
Yeah, I guess we got one coming up next week, Juneteenth. That's a new holiday for me, I guess.
So I never even knew about any of that stuff until the past couple of years because nobody's ever talked about it. You know what I mean?
I think it's just like a couple of years old, actually.
Yeah, is it? So I mean, and honestly, I'll tell you, I don't know the full scope of behind it myself, which probably, bad on me. I probably should figure it out. But
the banks are closed, but the tattoo shop won't be.
But
we
the
will
tattoo
be
shop
open.
will be open.
Yeah, it will be open because we have to eat.
You gotta make it.
Yeah, we got to.
Every day that you're not open, that's $1 out the door. Especially being an owner, people don't realize everything that goes into it. They think, oh, it's just a tattoo shop. You have so much that goes into that. You're an artist. You have to draw. You've come up with ideas, and you have a life outside of that.
Right.
You know what I mean? You have a family. You're married. Been married for 9 years.
Yeah, coming up on 10 years. Yeah. But I mean, and I've got to. She would do it with me every day, and she does, but it's also not fair. I mean, it's not fair to her to make her sit there with me every day. It's no life.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we've got to do stuff together. We've got to take holidays. And, I made a post on Instagram this last week on people trying to get in, and I think people forget that, I'm a dad too, and we got Father's Day coming up.
Yep.
I want to do things with my kids, but yet I give, and I've always given and been there for clients. Mm-hmm. I've missed so much stuff. I've missed stuff with my kids over the years just so I could be there. So I'm getting to that point in age now, though, where I'm taking off more because I've got to.
You've got grandkids. You've got kids. You got to. I mean, that stuff's important,
right?
So let's talk about this real fast. Are you an Okie transplant? Or are you a full blood Okie?
I'm a full blood Okie.
Full blood.
I was born in Okmulgee, Oklahoma.
You really are Okie.
Yeah. 1969. Yeah, that's born and raised here.
There you go. And so you moved here.
I moved to Claremore out of Tulsa like 25, 26 years ago, somewhere there. When it was no longer safe for them to play in the yard in Tulsa, we started looking. And it's like, let's do this and that. And we found a spot in Claremore. And this is where I've been. And I got really lucky because it wasn't legal here then.
Yeah.
And I still have my construction business, but I'd been in art all my life. And all the injuries of growing old doing construction, I fell back on my art. And I jumped on the bandwagon when we started really pursuing it with the state. Mm-hmm. And I was the first licensed shop here. And so I didn't really have to compete, so to speak.
Yeah.
Everybody kind of welcomed us with open arms because it was new.
It was new, yeah.
And we just ran with it. And never looked back. And here we are today, all these years later, and we're still going.
We're still going,
yeah. Rock solid, only ones here. So,
you've made it through. I mean, we've had a few shops come and go.
I've seen many come and go.
They just don't last, which, I mean, like I say, you've always done an amazing work on me. Everybody, right. I get more compliments on my calf tattoos than anything, which it's a Mater, and everybody, Cars is huge.
Oh, yeah, they can relate to that.
They can feel that. When we go to Disney, everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, that's so cool! That's amazing!" Because honestly, you don't see a whole lot of Mater tattoos. And then actually at Disneyland, I got to take a picture with Mater, with my tattoo,
even
showing
better.
it off, cool and stuff. And then I've got my light bulb on the back of my other calf, and everybody's like, "That is awesome! What is it? What does that mean?" I'm like, "Well, I have no idea."
It's just the nuclear light. I just drew it.
He posted online, said, "Hey, I need somebody who's wants to do this." And I said, "I got a calf open." You said, "Come on over," and you threw it on there. And I was like, because I trust you. And I mean, if most artists, I wouldn't be like, "Yeah, I'll come over and do that." But you were like, I had already been there quite a few times. And on there, yeah. But I've got tattoos on my arm. I got here, my chest, my back, my calves. I've got one on my knee. You've done them all.
The infamous gator.
We got the infamous gator from Claremore Lake. Everybody knows that. 2022 when they found that 9-foot gator and killed it. Everybody was heartbroken. We still have Gator Fest now. It's the weirdest thing talking about. We tell people Gator Fest in Claremore, and they're like, "Gator? What does that have to do with Claremore gators?" Like, you guys have gators. Like, we did.
Yeah, once. We did. They killed it. They screwed that up.
They killed him. But and it's funny. Years before that happened, we were out at the lake, and it was my girlfriend in high school and my buddy and his girlfriend. We were sitting out there on the backside, and we see something moving in the water. And
did you see it?
It wasn't a gator. So everybody goes, "That's an alligator!" One of the girls, and we're looking, and we're like, "What?" No, it's just a big ass beaver. Huge beaver. But it was. I'm like, why would you think there's a gator in this lake? There is no gator. A gator couldn't live in this lake. And then years later,
obviously, they did. Yeah.
Gator was living in the lake.
The ironic thing was when we had that get together, I had someone come in, I can't really say names, but they're the ones that took credit for putting that gator in there. And I don't know if it's true
so you kind of, you may have the insight, because we've all kind of wondered what happened.
Yeah, he said he was working down in New Orleans and actually snagged it out of a park when it was a baby. They kept it at their house for about a year and just couldn't do anything with it, and he chunked it out there. So I don't know if it's true or not. I mean,
it's kind of a fun story.
When you're in getting tattooed, people talk all kinds of stuff.
Sure.
I got you in there for 2 or 3 hours. We just talk. Kind
of a therapist in a way. People probably tell you stuff.
But
you don't
sounded good.
It's a good story. So whatever it is.
I basically took the whole principle of this gator migrating. Yeah. From
down
lower
south.
Arkansas, Shreveport area up here, which was probably highly unlikely. So
and that's kind of what I was thinking.
We knew someone transplanted it.
We were there. We're like, either somebody let it go or it got out.
Figure, he was how big when they killed it? 8-9 feet?
Yeah, it was almost 9 feet long, I think.
So if they threw it out there at the baby, it's been living out there the last 15 plus years.
And the funny thing is, people have said they've seen a gator in that lake, and we all go, bullshit.
But if it was back in those creeks, you never would have known it.
I remember whenever that first picture came out, I remember going, that is actually Claremore Lake. And this is before AI was really any good. So you could kind of believe the pictures that you saw on the internet. But I was like, that's Claremore Lake. I know exactly where that's at, And I was like, that's legit. It really is.
I think if I can be in my location on Route 66 for over 20 years and people drive by and they didn't know a tattoo shop was there, I think a gator could very easily been here.
100%.
I think it could very easily have been here. Yeah.
You've been living there for a minute, and it had to have been.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But it's still a fun story.
So a duck's missing every now and then. It's no big deal.
Yeah, whatever. Maybe that's why fishing wasn't so great there for a little bit. It kind of did. There was little times where fishing sometimes sucked out there. So
it still does sometimes. Yeah. It gets overfished.
It does.
Takes a lot of pressure, and they don't restock it on a regular basis.
Yeah.
So I get it.
Yeah. It's still fun. But I remember going in there. There was there was like 5 people in there getting the same tattoo, like when you were doing this.
Oh, yeah.
And it was fun. Like we were all in there laughing and having a good time.
And that's what I want. That's what I want. I love to see that.
But everybody was excited to get their tattoo and just kind of excited for, I mean, like I said, it's a unique thing here that we don't happen every day.
Yeah, it's a unique story.
But I like how you do these things. I mean, I've gotten suicide awareness tattoos from you. I've gotten breast cancer awareness. Like you do these things that, that really are for the community and being here. And I think kind of people sometimes kind of forget that, what it is. But there's a lot that goes into tattooing.
I still, our first event that I ever did was in 2008. And it was a 2-part deal. We were going to do something for the Susan Komen Foundation for breast cancer and go for the Guinness Book of World Record for the most tattoos in 24 hours. And I had 2 employees at the time that they're the ones that put me up to this, talked me into it. And then I agreed to do it. We told the media, and one joined the Army and one left.
And you were stuck by it.
And I was like, oh, you asses. I'm like, because I can't. I'm just too proud to say, okay, I can't do it now.
Yeah.
I already gave them my word.
They already talked about it on the media.
You're like, I was like, damn you for that. So I did it. So I was trying to reverse stuff, going, okay, it's not about winning the record. It's more for the cause. If we get there, great. Now, we did that, and I knew the morning I pulled up for that, I was doomed.
It's going to be crazy.
I was doomed. There was a line, and we started at noon, 12 afternoon, and it was supposed to go till 12 the next day, okay? 24 hours. And the record to beat, I think the last person to set it was Kat Von D with 489 tats. They had to be 2 colors, and they had to be 2 by 2.
2 by 2.
Okay? So I was thinking basic.
Yeah.
Color, as long as it got 2 colors, out.
It's gone. Yeah.
And we just used one of the colors for the lining. So when I got to the shop at 7 in the morning to start getting things ready, the line wrapped around the building and all the way to Carl's Jr. I was like, oh crap! I'm not going to get all these people. There's no way. And that whole day, anything that could have happened bad happened.
Of course.
The chair. I mean, the clients late at night, they broke the chair in 4 pieces.
What?
Just broke the arms off, everything. We started getting the wrong people in. They were just there for a cheap tat because it was $20. That was it.
Yeah, it wasn't the kind of significance.
No. Yeah. And it just, everything went wrong. So I made it 17 hours, and at that point, the like muscles on my arms were like twitching on their own and stuff. And I'm looking at my volunteers that were helping me, and they're all falling asleep in the corners, propping themselves up. Yeah. And I was like, I got to call it. Now, we had done 577 is what we needed for what I needed to get to. And I think we got like 550, somewhere in there. But I quit at 17 hours. I didn't go 24.
24. So you were on the record. You were on pace to
I could have done it. And the thing too is, when we looked at the record done by Kat Von D, and then the person that was, I think, ahead of her, after her, or whatever, was her ex-husband, who was the guy on Inmastdl.
Yeah, what's his name?
Down in Dallas.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what his name is.
Shit, I don't know.
It's been so long since I even watched that show. So,
but anyway, they set up like 6 or 7 chairs and had people at each station, so they could just and back and forth. We did it in one booth. Peel, stick, do, leave. Peel, stick. So, I mean, realistically, I think we beat them. But we didn't at the same time, and I was cool with that.
It's not on paper, but you were on pace to.
We raised like $12,000 for Susan Komen.
Hey, and
that was great.
That's worth it, you know. But my grandma had breast cancer, and so me, my mom, and my sister all got tattoos during that.
You know? And that's what I loved. I love seeing it, but. I mean, God, it was so crazy. There was people that got in fights in the line because someone cut it in front of someone. And I was like, we'll get everybody.
We're going to get you.
And then I honored everybody that I didn't do. I honored their place for the next 3 weeks. I was so sick and tired of doing pink ribbons. We did like 50, 60 every day for the next 3 weeks.
And I remember you were like, if you want to do more colors, fill it in. We come in, give you a deal and all that stuff. So I'm sure people were coming in.
I think we did better, and we had more fun for the ones that waited. because I could take my time. Mm-hmm. We could line it properly then. We could shade it. We could do other stuff. And I still get people in that's their only tattoo, and they show me, and they're in now to maybe do something else. Yeah. And it's cool. I love all my clients, man. They're my peeps. That's the whole reason why I've lasted as long as I have is because of them. So,
I've always thought I've always gotten along great with you. I think you're a cool dude. Like it's like I don't know. I always
and
you may not be everybody's flavor, but
I'm gonna tell you, you'll get people that'll say he's the nicest guy in the world, and you'll say he's the biggest asshole in the world. Both. And I'm both. It just depends on how you are when you come in as to what you get back out of me.
Which it is
life, what it is.
What you put out in life is what you get back in.
Yeah, I mean, and I think it's worse today because people just genuinely have a chip on their shoulder today.
It's so bad, dude.
And I'm getting mellower because I'm getting older, and I just don't want to. My circle's getting smaller too because I don't have the patience for anything anymore. 100%. But I'm getting mellower too, and it's just like.
Just kind of let it go. You're like, I'm ready to say nothing.
I just don't have time for it.
It's
just like, I didn't bring any alcohol today, so it's just like.
I don't have the capacity to do
I don't have the capacity for it. So that. I just try to make it through the day.
I know, like I said, I've always got along with you, but I'm kind of like, I don't know strangers. Like, I just act like people are all, like, you're my friend as soon as I meet you. And that's just kind of how I've always been. I remember we were in there. I can't remember who was with me. Somebody was with me, and one of my other friends came in there. I won't say his name so he doesn't get hurt feelings because he will get hurt feelings. But I'll tell you later on. But he came in there, and he was like, you were talking to him, and he was kind of, he's kind of an ass himself. But and he was kind of an ass in there, and you were giving it back, and he walked out, and I remember after we left, they were like, man, he really didn't like him, did he? And I was like, I don't know what that was about. I was like, I don't know. But he was, he was kind of an asshole himself. So that's kind of, like you said, you get what you get.
But you get some of these younger people.
Which I thought it was hilarious.
There's some that are cocky. It's generally, I don't have too many problems with younger guys unless they just... They've watched one too many episodes of Inmastdl, and they think they're an expert coming in, and it's like, God, give me a break here, okay? And now AI can really make it difficult for me today because it's online. Everybody thinks it can happen.
They make it, and I go,
AI it's not going to happen. That stuff's all computer generated. It's not going to look like that.
So, it's good for certain things, but for whenever it comes to that,
it's totally different. I'm bad about.
I'm sure there's people out there that are trying to use AI to do that kind of stuff and make it easier on themselves that aren't the real artists. But
I'm bad about, dude, just the dad comes out in me. If I don't think it's a good idea, I'm going to tell you. And the thing is that's why there's a lot of tattoo shops. You can go to Tulsa or somewhere else. If you don't like it, go to another one. It's just, if I don't think it's a good idea, I'm the first person that's going to tell you. And I would appreciate the honesty more than just someone throwing shit on me.
You saved me before. You literally told me I was going to get Oklahoma tattooed on my knuckles.
Right.
Remember, I don't know if you remember that, but I was going to get Oklahoma tattooed on my knuckles, and you're like, brother, like, do you know what you're going to do for the rest of your life? Do you you understand that's going to hurt really bad? Like, how about I do these 2 small tattoos instead of that one? Like you taught, and here I am, almost 40 years old. I am so thankful that I do not have Oklahoma tattooed on my knuckles because that was I think I was like 20 years old or something like that.
Well, and I can't stop them, but I'm going to give them my 2 cents.
I listen. I'm thank God I did, but you saved me from that. So I totally, you do. But that's a difference in that. Some other tattoo artists will just throw it on there to make the money.
It's all about the money.
Yeah, just to make the money. But you were like, let's think about this, man. You're young. What are you going to do for the rest?
Sleep on it for like 4 years.
And I was like, okay, but here I am years later, and I'm going, thank God I didn't do it because I really,
well, and it would look like shit right now, too.
I'm sure it would.
Because it wears so bad.
The much as I've done with my hands working in the oil field and climbing, it probably wouldn't have been terrible. So for that, that what you're saying, that is a 100% true statement because you've done that to me.
Yeah. See, you're welcome.
That is a big thank you. I'm sure my wife, my parents will even thank you for that one. So, kind of we talked a little bit about the shop and how you kind of get going. Let's talk a little bit, like, what do you like to do outside of when you're doing tattoos? I know you're an artist and stuff like that, but, like, what do you like to do outside of that?
Custom woodwork. A lot of the furniture you see at my place here like the dining table in there. That's all, I made all that.
So when I walked in, I was like, man, this place is killer. Because I'm talking about the whole design, everything you got in here. Like,
yeah,
you're doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of that is me. And then, you know, I mean, just outside of that, I like to just go enjoy the lake and fish, you know. If the crappie are biting, hey, I'm down. I'm down. It's, once my kids got of age and they moved off, you know, both of my boys, Alec and Gavin, they've done well for themselves, and they left me, and they told me then, it's like, Dad, it's your turn. Leave. And I just couldn't make myself do it. I was like, you don't understand.
Yeah.
Until y'all have kids, you don't get it, because, you know, I mean, what if something happens to you?
You never stop being a dad. No, it doesn't matter how old you get. It doesn't matter how many kids you have.
But I should have, because their butts are gone.
They left you. They're like,
they left me in Claremore, and it's just like, well, this sucks, you know. And now I'm too old to just go start over somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, I could, but my clientele is here.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. It's
you like to go fishing? I mean,
go fishing.
Like, I'm not gonna say, I don't want to say it, but
right.
You're starting to get into like the old man stages.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm totally down with that too. Like going and sitting fishing. And
I like sitting on the porch, having a drink, and yelling at people speeding through my neighborhood.
That is my kind of night right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I love that. I love it. The neighbors just kind of get out and duck real quick to the door, you know, and it's like, hey, if you're not acting up, you know, then you don't hear anything.
Yeah, you're fine.
But yeah.
But if you're coming through here hauling ass, then
yeah, I yell at them. I do. I don't know what I would do, but I yell at them.
I get you.
Slow down.
I'm the older. I told my buddy the other day. I was like, I'm starting to turn into a grumpy old man. Like there's certain, like I'm driving down the road. And I'm like, why are you doing that?
It's easy to do.
You start to really get that old man like grumpy stage going on.
Yeah, it's easy to do.
And I'm like I said, I'm almost 40, so it's like I'm getting there. So kids these days, like I can say kids these days because they're kids, like 20-year-olds and stuff. They're kids to me. They're pups, and I'm like, you guys are crazy. Like, I don't know how you guys are still alive anymore. Because back in the day, like we didn't have half the shit we had to worry about back in the day, like with drugs and everything like that. Now fentanyls and everything and all that kind of stuff. Like we were able to just kind of drink and get away with things and just have fun. Nowadays, you don't even know what the heck's going on. But it's just, the kids are crazy.
I get some good ones. I mean, I've got some really good young male clients that come into the shop, and they've got their shit together. And I mean, I'm so proud of them.
Yeah.
I mean, when they're, let's say 20, 24, 25, and they already own their own house, they got a new truck, but you know, they're not out chasing ass. They actually, I mean, like they're linemen, they're doing this, they're doing that, they're electricians now, they're working their asses off. And I mean, I got to give it up to them. I mean, we've got some great young guys in this town that have their shit together. And I crack up because you'll get these young girls in the shop and they're just like, where's the other good ones? And it's like, well, I'll tell you where they're not at. They're not at the bar. They're not at the ice house. They're not at Hard Rock because they got to work tomorrow.
Yep.
So, and they're not
wasting their money on that.
Well, no, and they're not at church either. You're not going to find them there. I mean,
because they're working.
They're working.
Or that's their only day to sleep.
Yep. And well, they're duck hunting or they're fishing.
Exactly.
They're just
it's their only day for them to be themselves, to do what they need to do. Yep.
They're country boys. So I get that, and I think that's awesome.
Yep. I have a few friends that are in their early 20s that are still like early 20s that are just killing it, have their own businesses. Oh, yeah. And to me, like I forget that they're that young. You know, when you're talking to them and stuff, because you're like, you say something and they don't know what you're talking about. That's old, you know, from like the 80s or something, and they'll go, what? Or the early 90s, and they're like, huh? And I'm like, I forget, you're just a baby. You weren't even born yet. Okay. Like, you weren't even thought of yet.
You weren't even an itch yet.
Yeah. So but yeah, I know what you said. There are a few out there that are just killing it, and those are, but let's say for the most part, though, it's not that way, though.
No, it's
I mean, even when I was that age, I didn't even really have my shit together. I was still trying to figure out who I was and what I was doing. But, you know.
A lot of that, you can just tell who had the strict parents, who didn't. I mean, I rode both of my kids hard. Sometimes probably too hard, but all of their friends were running the streets in Claremore.
And you
know, and it's like, you're not doing that. You're home at 10 o'clock, period. So it is what it is.
That's how my parents always were. They were strict, but they weren't strict. They let me have some freedom, but I earned the trust. When I lost it, I didn't have the freedom anymore. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And But they were strict, but they still let me be me and do what who I wanted to be. I could go skating and stuff, but if I was getting in trouble,
right,
you're not going out. You're not going to skate.
Oh, no.
That's just
bust your ass.
I mean, there's a lot of times they just didn't know we were getting in trouble because we were dumb kids and just trying to run off. Security guards chasing us off and whatever it is. But I probably wasn't the easiest kid myself, but I had my fun and we didn't hurt anybody and
no one died.
Yeah, no one died. Nobody was in ICU. We didn't even have to go to the hospital. Well, my mom told me if you get hurt, I'm not taking you to the hospital because you did it to yourself. So
right.
You're screwed. And I was like, which I mean, they did take me to the doctor, but I totally get how that is being dad life, and you start turning into that, and now you're. What are your grandkids call you? They call you Grandpa, or they give you got a nickname for that?
Papa.
Papa. See, that's classic.
Papa Rich. Yeah, Papa Rich.
That's what my kids call my dad Papa, and they call my father-in-law Pop-Pop. So, yeah. That's a good classic.
I've got grandkids from the wife's kids. My boys, I don't think will ever have kids.
Really? Not gonna?
No, I don't think they'll do it. My oldest, Alec, he has no desire. And it's sad because they would both make great dads.
Yeah.
They just don't want to. And I get it. It's expensive as hell today to have a kid, and it's dangerous in the world to bring one into society.
It's scary.
But it's like my youngest, Gavin, I mean, he's just a busy guy. It's like he leaves Wednesday for Italy for 3 weeks. He's all over the place. He's a successful engineer, and he enjoys life. Having kids would be a cramp.
Yeah.
And I get that. That's fine. But there's seriously no one left to carry on our name.
And you're like, come on, guys.
And it's like,
well, I'll give you some hope. I was one that I told my parents, I'm never having kids. I don't want kids because I don't want the responsibility. I just want to live my life. And I did that for a while until I had my son. And then, it was go to have a kid. And then it changed. Now I have 4. So,
they won't do that.
Give you a little glimpse of hope.
My youngest was like, he said, if I do anything, I'll just adopt a Chinese kid because they're smarter anyway. I was like, well, Punka Wallace, as long as he gets our name.
Just put the Wallace back there and let it go on for a little bit, huh?
Yeah.
You're like, some way, one word.
It happens, I guess. So,
let's talk about, I know we kind of gave him a little, hey, we got some crazy stuff. You got a story to tell. Let's talk about kind of what you've been going through lately. I mean, I had no idea this was going on.
Yeah.
But you found out you had cancer.
I found out I had cancer last August. The crazy thing was I was doing a tattoo on a client of mine, Dusty, and doing a portrait of his mom on his leg, and she just passed away, and I had a stroke. And it's like I got a bad case of vertigo all of a sudden. My verbal skills went to shit, and I thought I was going to fall out of the chair. So I looked in, because you're familiar with the background.
Yeah.
I looked at the couch and I was like, I need to get there.
That's right. Yeah.
Right. And I dropped the machine out of my hand. I couldn't do anything. And I get there and he's like, we need to get you to the hospital. So he starts cleaning up the booth. And I was like, don't touch stuff. Don't touch stuff. Yeah. And I was like, let's go to urgent care. And I go in. And my blood pressure was 185 over 125. They said, you're in stroke right now. Can't see, you got to go to the hospital. So you got to go to Tulsa. And, they took me in, all this good stuff. And they did a CT on me, and they checked, and they looked at my lungs, and boom, there's the cancer in the lung. When they were checking my heart and other stuff. And cancer just was like a luck of the dice, I guess, that they found it before it actually made itself known.
Yeah. But they didn't tell you at first, when you went to the hospital.
No, I mean,
it was kind of you went to your other doctor for
I went to another doctor.
Different reason, which you found out was the cause of the...
Yeah.
Because, like I said, being hunched over all day, every day, doing this kind of motion...
Yeah, it's given me arthritis in my back, hunched over all day. So I've had to kind of change my position when I'm working on y'all, not to pinch my back off like that.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'll tell you, you get old and stuff starts coming at you left and right, left and right. I mean, they don't joke. Your parents don't when they tell you, like, you get older and you just start falling apart. I mean, literally,
it starts falling apart.
I like all of a sudden just started falling apart. And so anyway, I go through this whole mess and we do a biopsy and they confirm that it's lung cancer, that I have non-small cell lung cancer. And all I can tell you is, I mean, when you get that verdict, that deciding factor there that, hey, you have cancer, the fear hits you. I mean, I don't know if I should start giving my stuff away, if I need to tell the boys, hey, you need to come get your stuff. Then anger hits you. And then I came back at, I'm ready to fight.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Let's do what we got to do. So I meet with an oncologist. They refer me to a thoracic surgeon, and they go in, and thoracic surgeon's just like, piece of cake. I can do this, but we're going to basically take your lung. And I'm like, what? And he goes, we used to just kind of pie shape it and cut it out, but generally it'll come back. So we're going to take pretty much your lung and my right lung. Well, in your lungs, your right lung has 3 lobes and your left lung has 2 lobes. So all I have is like a piece of a lower lobe, and that's it on the right side.
That's insane.
They took,
I didn't even know that was possible.
Yeah, they took the rest. So I said, look, doc, I said, I'm real busy this week. I said, if you'll let me finish the week, because I mean, I needed that money just to carry me through the month.
Yeah, to get through.
Being self-employed, I said, if you'll let me finish, I'm good to go, bub. I'm ready. Let's do this. And he goes, wait. He said, it's not that easy. He said, we need a stress test on your heart because there's a good chance you could have a heart attack on the table as taking this much of your lung.
What?
So then we need a lung test to see if you can live with missing that much of your lung. So I'm like, oh, wow.
What?
It's that serious. Okay.
You're like, it's not just cutting it out. Okay.
No. So they sent me to the lung specialist first in the hospital. They put you in a chamber, and I have to do all these different breathing exercises for them to see my lungs. Now, I'm guilty. I smoked for 47 years. Mm-hmm. Smoking was my best friend.
It was your,
it was with me.
I used to smoke cigarettes.
It was with me through everything. Every time you had sex, every time someone died, every time you ate, I can give you
drinking. You gotta have that cigarette.
I can give you a million reasons why I need another cigarette, but I can only give you one reason why I shouldn't. Yeah. And that's to live.
That's to live. Yeah.
So she did all this testing on me, and she said, well, you, for smoking that long, you're pretty good. You got 80% of your lung capacity left. Right, okay. So she said, you're good for the surgery. So a couple days later, we had to go in for the stress test on my heart. Scariest thing I've ever been in, because basically they kind of force you into a heart attack and see how you take everything. So they go in, they start porting my arm, and they put me on a treadmill, and they said, okay, we need your heart rate at 155, and you are currently at 98. So let's get there. So I'm on the treadmill, and my heart would get up to like 101 and then come back to 99 and go to 102 and do 100. Well, then I get a cramp in my calf, and I got to stop. And she was like, well, since you couldn't get there, we're going to medically get you there. So they inject this into my port, some chemical, and it causes your heart to all of a sudden get to 155.
You're just pounding out of your chest.
And they said, now hold that 3 minutes while we read the information. And then they give you a Coke, and then that stops it. That reverses it.
Really?
Yep. They took me in, they do a CT on your heart. They shoot a 7-minute video and see, is your heart healthy enough to go through this? So I passed, obviously. I had the surgery done. And so it's a go-ahead. The next week, it's surgery time. And man, oh man. That was scary stuff, you know.
Bet, man.
I can still remember them wheeling me into the room, and they had a temperature gauge with the clock on the wall, mm-hmm. and the temperature was like 39 degrees in the room. and they're all like in
I'm sure
jackets
they're covered. They're
underneath.
all covered.
Yeah. And I'm butt naked except for a smock on. I was like, holy smoke.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, you don't want germs growing.
Yeah.
And they knocked me out, and they kept me a week in the hospital, and it was just like the worst thing ever. It was the worst pain I've ever felt.
I mean, you showed me the scar. I saw it. That's I mean, it's like this long.
It's like 15 inches. They go in under your shoulder blade, and then they put a rib spreader in you, and they spread your ribs apart.
Oh, my God.
Cracking all of those so they can get their hands in and cut it out and sewed me up. He did a really good job on the scar.
I mean it's a good looking scar. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
it's
it's
a nice,
not a crazy one. Yeah, he did good. But I mean, when you make $1 million a year, you should do good.
Yeah, I mean, you better be doing. You better be like. You're like, if I'm doing this kind of art and I'm only making this much, you better make sure it looks good too.
And he was a great doctor. I mean, I'll tell you, if you ever have to do that, Dr. Phillips at St. John's, he's a phenomenal doctor.
Shout out to Dr. Phillips.
Dr.
Thanks
Phillips.
for keeping this guy with us, because
great surgeon. But after that, the hospital, that was a scary thing altogether.
Yeah.
And like I said, I got a week off. I went home. I slept for 3 days, and I went back to work.
That's you. I mean, you're always there.
I had to go back to work.
I mean, like I said, too, you're your own boss. So you gotta, if you're not there and you're the only artist there, so it's not like there's an artist there that's still giving money and giving you money. So you gotta go.
Yeah.
But
I had a couple clients, a couple ladies that came in, and they said, Rich, it is way too soon. Go back home. And I was still bleeding some. So, I mean, we took another 3 days off, and then I came back and I did their tats. But they were just like, dude, that's way too soon. And I was like, I don't have a choice.
Yeah.
So
I still got to do it. I still got to work.
Yeah, I got to work.
Yeah. That is
Mama's got to get her nails done, every 2 weeks. So I've got to go.
You're like, I have to keep, her habits can't change now,
No.
Just because I decided to
I corrupted that. Yeah, I corrupted her on that.
Kept her, you've let her do it for so long.
Yeah, I've spoiled her. It's my fault.
Yeah. You can only blame yourself on that one.
I do. 100% accountability.
That is crazy though. Like, I didn't even know that you could like live without a lung. Like I mean, I guess it makes sense if you got one that is strong enough to work, but that adds a lot of stress to you. And I mean, like you said, how was it hard to like quit smoking for smoking that long
Let me tell you, when I went into the oncology long before the surgery and stuff, they asked me, they said, are you still smoking? And I was like, well, just a couple here and there, And, now that I quit smoking, I feel like the biggest asshole for lying to all them, because I thought I was really smart, and they could smell that shit on me.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I was so immune to it. It's just like.
You don't smell it until after you quit smoking.
And it just smells like just dog shit now. I hate it.
I know what you mean.
But it's, I'll tell you what happened. I got done, and I kept having dreams. I was like, that I've got to quit.
Yeah.
Aside from doing the math, how much I was spending and throwing out the window.
Yeah.
It's like, I just need to quit.
Because nowadays, I mean, it's like $70 for a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah.
If not more.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's insane. Whenever I smoked, it was like, you give $3,
Quit Trip's like 11 something a pack.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a long time since.
Yeah, you're talking $110 for a carton.
What? And I would go through a pack a day.
I was going through 2 Marlboro Reds.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
But I wasted so much of it. It was just puff, time to work.
Yeah.
Throw it out.
Take a break in between.
Yep. I wasted a bunch. So there was no reason why I should have been smoking anyway, as much as I was wasting. So anyway, I went to work that day, and I had 6 cigarettes left. And I smoked each one of those nice and slow. I savored every bit of them. And I got to that last one. I smoked it to the butt, I swear.
It was burning, huh?
I told Tammy, I said, I'm done, babe. I'm not buying another damn pack. And I was done.
So,
and
I mean,
I think what it boils down to, it doesn't matter what people shame you into and make you try to quit, and they can threaten you. You have to be ready. It has to be you.
Yeah, you have to be.
And I've done the patches, everything. They didn't do any damn good.
Yeah. The patches, when I was smoking, I did the patches. I went almost 3 full days without sleeping because that patch was like, I don't know what they say that was like a side effect of it. I'm like, I can't sleep. I can't even do these things.
Yeah, I give you insomnia.
Yeah.
Well, and then you go to vaping, you're just trading one habit for another.
Another one, yeah.
And when I went into the surgeon, they showed me a lung from vaping. It looks like Swiss cheese.
Really?
Yeah, my lung was black from the damage over the years, but it literally eats holes.
But it was a piece,
Yeah, I mean,
instead of just being.
I tried vaping before, and I was basically poisoning myself because you're ingesting that fluid.
Yeah,
This toxic.
You're eating it. You're getting it in your mouth. It comes out. Yeah.
So it's just like the only good way was just to quit.
Just to be done with it.
Just to be done. And the hardest part when I quit was coming home one day and said, I need a cocktail because I've never drank and not had a cigarette.
Yeah,
And I don't really give it a whole lot of thought now. And don't get me wrong. There's lots of days I really wish I could have one, but I can't. And I give my kids my word. I give my wife my word. And my wife has not told me anything negative if I did it. She's like, I completely get it. If you want a cigarette. So, no one's like bashing me if I did it, but I'm just not going to do it.
You've already given them your word. You weren't.
Yeah, I'm not smoking. Now, it's hard. Like if we run out to Racino and have a beer, smelling that stuff.
Everything, yeah. And when you're drinking that, I've had people like when back then we'd be drinking a beer in a bar and you couldn't smoke inside. I'm sitting there peeling off the label and they're like, you smoke cigarettes or what? And I'm like, yep, I have to do something right now because that's all I can think about.
I got cinnamon gum, Trident gum, and something about cinnamon combats the craving.
Really?
Yep. And every time I feel like I need a smoke, I just get a piece of gum and I chew it for 5-10 minutes, throw it away. That was a cigarette.
That was your cigarette.
And
a lot cheaper that way too.
Yeah, and that's just the way I combated it. And but everybody's different.
Yeah.
Everybody, you got to do it your way. But I'll tell you, the scariest thing, the absolute scariest thing, and I've seen some scary shit in my day and been up against some scary people, but the scariest thing is when you have to walk through the doors of the cancer center and you look at all the people that are in there that will probably never walk out of there.
You see.
That are dying of, and even children, dying of all kinds of different cancers, and ringing the bell is the furthest thing from their mind.
Mm-hmm.
They just want to live, and it's a sad deal. It's a very sad place, and I don't like being there.
Yeah.
At all.
I was saying I went to one of my buddies, his wife was having surgery, and I went up there and sat with him at the cancer center when it was in Tulsa, and it does. It just you see the sick people sitting there that are waiting, and some of them don't even look like human beings. They're just skeletons.
They're injecting you with poison.
Yeah.
I got lucky. I didn't have to do chemo or radiation yet. I haven't had to do anything. But the ones that do, they're giving you a deadly dose of poison
to kill that off. Yeah. That's how
the question is can you live longer than the poison in your body?
That's insane.
To kill the cancer.
Yeah.
Eventually the cancer will die. Which one's going to go first? You or the cancer?
Yeah. Is your body going to be able to handle all those chemicals that you've been injected with?
Right. And sadly, and I tell people, I hate to harp on people. I didn't like people harping on me for smoking, and I don't like to harp on other people.
Well,
but the thing is I got really lucky because we caught it accidentally.
Yeah.
Typically, when they would have caught mine, it would have been a stage 3 or 4.
And it would have been.
And then it's just like, you got full scale fighting now.
And it may be in other places at that point too.
Right. It could have metastasized and been in your lymph nodes and whatever. And we just got lucky when we caught mine. I was at a stage 1, and I still lost a lung over stage 1.
That's insane.
So
think about where it would have been.
Yeah, you just don't know.
I think you kind of have a reason to harp on people, to be honest, because you've smoked for so long, and then it happened to you, and you go, "See."
I just see these young people, and it's just like, dude. I get it, but it's like, I'm just telling you. You can do it, and you can live.
It's your choice, but
yeah, it's. But you're playing with fire.
You don't know what's going.
Literally. And you may smoke and never get it at all.
That's true. There's people.
Everybody's genetics are so different. Mm-hmm. I used to think, because I've been a pretty healthy guy always, even smoking. But I never, I didn't smoke in my house. I didn't smoke in my vehicle. I stayed active, and I always told myself like an idiot, well, I stay active enough,
I'm good,
athletic, it won't kill me because I work my lungs out and stuff. Bullshit.
I can breathe. And now cut it out.
Just lie to yourself. Lie to yourself. Yeah.
I mean, and you knew. I mean, you saw like it was black.
Yeah, they said my lung was literally black.
That's insane.
And it was just the size of my thumbnail,
and that
up
was
on the top.
On that.
Yeah.
And that is like when I asked you to be on the podcast, like I had no idea that you had been doing like you just had surgery in this past December.
December 8th, yeah.
Like that's 7 months. That's insane. And I'm sitting here talking like the scar looks. It's like
he did a
healed.
good job.
Like he did it. I mean, you're healed up. It looks good. It doesn't look like a fresh scar. Like you just had it done. Like, and then you're here. Here you are. You're just chatting with me like it's nothing. I'm like, what? You have one lung? Like that's insane. Like I had no idea that this was part of it. And then I get here and I'm like, oh man, here we go. Like this is gonna be a good one. Really.
Yeah.
Like I mean.
And I did the 3-month checkup. That was the big thing. That's what I sweated over the most.
Worried about is it going to be?
Did they get it all out? Am I going to get this bad news again? Because I mean, there's nothing else to cut out, guys. You can't take the other one.
Yeah, I gotta have that.
So I go in. They run another CT. They do the lab panels on you and your blood work, and I came back clear. And I said, okay, great. And so we'll go to 6 months now. So I go back in October. And I've got to do this for 5 years because there's a big chance they can come back within that 5 years somewhere else in your body.
That's scary to think about. I mean, you try not to worry about it, but at the same time,
it's right
still,
there in the back
it's still
of your brain
there,
now.
just ticking in you. Especially the sleepless nights or things you can't sleep. You're going, what if it comes back? What if it doesn't?
Every time you have to, go to the doctor over there,
you're scared. Like, what are they going to tell me?
Right. So, and now, it's just trying to keep up with all the different things, and I mean, you get insurance, but I mean, even the insurance doesn't cover everything. Cancer, it just gets expensive.
It's insane. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of I think, but we just try to live life and it costs so much just to go to the doctor. It costs so much to have this just to survive. And it's outrageous. Like it's just a common thing. We should be able to live. People are dying. I saw a GoFundMe for a lady that had a cochlear implant that had basically just has gone out of production. It's old. They don't do it. It's going to cost much. I mean, even with insurance, it's still going to cost thousands of dollars to get a new one put in.
Right.
Just so she can hear her kids, so she can continue to hear her husband, to hear nature. Like they're having to do a GoFundMe to even just to be able to hear, something that should be easy, but she's already had it done. And now they're like, well, sorry, there's nothing we can do. We can't replace your batteries. You can't charge it. You can't do this. None of that stuff's been made anymore. And everybody, I mean, you just try to live like it's scary to even go like as a guy, dad, my last thought's myself. Everybody else is who I worry about. My wife, my kids. Like if I don't want to go to the doctor because I don't want to pay for it. Like I'd rather what happens if they get sick? Like I would rather have that money for them to go and I'll just figure out what I got to do. You know what I mean? And it's kind of ridiculous that we have to live like that. It's insane that you have to worry. Like here you are trying to just live, but you're having to worry about like keeping your house, keeping your business going, keeping this going, keeping just the lights on, food, water, like basic things. You're just
in Claremore, that's a trick. It's a trick with the electric here.
Like it's insane. Like what I mean. So you've got to worry about those things. That's crazy to me. That I think our healthcare system is totally shot. It's jacked up. It needs to a complete overhaul. I've been to the hospital where my daughter broke her leg and she couldn't walk on it. We took her she was a baby, so she couldn't talk. She was just about 2 years old. Or right under 2. So, but she had fallen and broke her leg right here. Well, we took her to the hospital. They did an x-ray. The doctor's like, it's not broken. It's fine. Just a little sore. Go home, have her walk on it. She'll be sore for a couple of days, maybe a limp, but make her walk on it so she kind of gets that strength back. We go home. We're trying to get her to walk on it. She just collapsing every time. It's about 9:30 at night. The hospital calls us. Hey, so she actually did break her leg. We need you to bring her back in so we can cast that up. I'm sorry, what? she's laying here asleep next to me. I'm like, so I'm sorry, what? She's like, yes, we're sorry. They looked at it and it is actually broken.
Wow.
Please keep her off of it. Well, I'm sorry, for the past hour, we've been trying to get her to walk on it. Like the doctor told us to.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just crazy that, one, they can't even give me a correct diagnosis whenever it happens. And then I still got to pay, thousands of dollars. Like, I mean, my son, like, whenever he had tubes put in, at that point, paying for all that, it was insane. Just my side of it from after insurance. And
it's crazy.
nuts.
And when you go to the big hospitals now, they'll set you in front of these screens, and basically AI is going to tell you what's wrong with you. And it's already got it like that.
What?
And it's wrong half the damn time.
What?
There's basically
you
AI.
just kind of tell the symptoms, and it looks at you and says,
it interprets your charts, and it will tell you what's wrong and what the diagnosis is, the prognosis, this, and this. We actually have a friend that's a plastic surgeon that had brain damage, and that's how they had to do it, and they were told from AI, and then they actually incorrectly diagnosed him.
What? That is, I mean,
doctors have gotten lazy.
My brother-in-law is a doctor, and I love him. He's great. He's a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
I understand, like, he's a family doctor, so he's going to see all kinds of stuff. It's not like, this or this specialist or whatever. He sees across the board different illnesses, and sometimes you really literally cannot pinpoint what virus this is or whatever it is and stuff like that. But they can tell, okay, well, this is what we've been seeing. This is how long it's lasting. Usually, typically, this and that. And I get that. So there's, I'm not a doctor, so I can say, like, oh, come on, do a better job. But I don't. We sometimes don't realize the whole scope of things, and it kind of goes into like business owners and things like that. Whenever they don't kind of have that. People outside of that, they don't understand that scope of, like, what they just think you're there to do a tattoo for them whenever they need it or whatever it is, kind of thing like that. There's the other things that are going into this. It's not just that thing. I mean, especially whenever you're like a small business owner yourself, you're doing your taxes, you're taking care of your finances, you're keeping everything up knowing you're doing it all. Right. And so there's more to it than what it comes out to, and I mean, and if people are like, hey, he's too sick or whatever, you're still out there doing it. You're like, I'm not sick. I'm great. Here I am. I mean, you look great. You sound great. Like you're still there, right?
Within reason. I mean, but I don't.
But you're not going to be.
I don't get sick very much. I mean, knock on something.
Whatever the wood is at.
But I mean, like we never got COVID. We never had any of that stuff. I enjoyed the break from it. I got a month off, but. We just, I mean, I can't
like I've always been healthy. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I can't even tell you. I mean, the last time I had the flu was probably 20 years ago.
Really?
I just don't get sick. And the crazy thing is I'm around people so close, face to face. Yeah. I mean,
you're literally, you're in,
they're breathing into my face.
Sometimes some private areas.
Right. And I've tried to always stay healthy.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if anything is going to.
It's all right. We'll get it fine.
I don't know if anything is going to change. I often wondered, because I smoked, it clouded some of that.
Maybe.
So, I mean, am I going to get sick now because I don't smoke anymore?
Your body was so used to just having that stuff that it was like, we can fight anything.
Yeah.
So now you're like, shoot, am I going to get sick now? We'll see, huh? You're like, I mean, far, you've made it so far, right? Like,
I just wish I could sleep at night now. That's the biggest thing for me. As I get older, it's like insomnia.
Oh, right there. Like I have to take a pill to go to sleep at night, or I sleep. I can't do it. Like I'll be up, I'll sleep for like 2 hours, and that's about all I get.
I lay down and my wheels just start turning. Mm-hmm. And
maybe that is a thing as we get older. Like as men, like I used to be carefree, like confident, like let's get it, go, blah blah blah. Now I lay in bed and I'll go, okay, well, I got to fix this. I got to fix this. I got to do this. And what if this happens if I fix this? And then, and it's literally, you just start going down this path of where it's, and I mean, I guess when we're younger too, we kind of haven't been hit with the world yet, you know what I mean? In a sense too. And we don't see this kind of things, but as we get older, we see more happen. And nowadays, I think social media and everything, we fear more things than we ever knew about. And half the stuff had never even gonna do anything to come, with us. But it's just that fear now is always there. That I saw this one time that happened to somebody, and that could happen. It happened one time. You know what I mean? Or whatever it is.
That's paranoia. Yeah. I'm not that deep.
You're not getting there. See, I'm always thinking about, like, it's more so my kids. Like, I'm just terrified anything bad's going to happen to my kids. Like, I don't want, like, they're my life.
Wait till they're older and they don't live here, because you have no control over that. You know, it's I understand that.
I'm not ready for that.
I get that though.
But yeah, I get what you're saying though. The insomnia, it just kicks in. Your brain doesn't shut off. No, and even when you do sleep, it's still going. You're like having these weird dreams.
I think some people are just wired that way. Honestly, kind of like a drill sergeant. You know, they're just wired that way.
Yeah.
And for as long as I can remember, you know, I would work all day. You come home, you eat. I'd have a drink. I lay down and go to bed, and then it was like you turn the porch light on, and that's the thoughts that keep going. Mm-hmm. Trying to turn that off. You know, I should have bought stock in melatonin or whatever, but nothing works.
Yeah.
And the doctors don't want to give you anything anymore. You know, you need 8 hours, they say, but we can't give you anything for that. So I mean, you know, it's you try to get in the mindset. I get up, you know, usually about 3 a.m. I can't stop it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if I go to bed at midnight, I'm up at 3. And, you know, it's some days go better than others, you know,
yeah.
but I try not to push it now, because now, all right, I got one lung. So if I go outside in this heat and try to push it, you don't breathe the same.
No, I mean, well, the air is so heavy here right now. It's so humid and stuff. So
I'm learning
it's really hard.
Yeah. Now, when I got out of the hospital, it was still like 30 degrees.
Drier.
And that cold air, it's painful as all get out on those wounds inside.
Really?
But now the heat doing this, I get like these moments of shortness of breath. Mm-hmm. And that's what I get from the heat, the humidity. I don't feel like it's harder on me, but
it just kind of.
I'm just getting older. I mean being in the heat like that, you know, it's everything just starts catching up to you. Yeah. Back in the day when I was younger and I worked outside and this stuff all the time, piece of cake. But I don't do that anymore. I
did pest control for 12 years. I was out. Summertime was my moneymaker. I was out when we didn't stop.
Right.
And like when we go to Disney, the rest of my family's got the little fans on, the little, you know, the rags or whatever. And they're like, you need one? I'm like, I'm good. Like, this is normal to me. Right. You know, I'm fine with this. But now that don't do that and I'm in an office and air conditioning and stuff like that, we were moving yesterday and my heart was going, I'm like, I'm so out of shape. Yeah. Like, oh my gosh. Like, I can't catch my breath. I'm like, oh my gosh. But again, I'm not used to, and it wasn't even that hot yesterday. It was actually, it was like 70 something degrees outside compared to what it was. So
I know, I get you.
I was like, oh my God, I'm a baby. I am starting to get soft. Like, it's not good.
Just wait.
But
just wait. I'm almost 60, so I've just got a few years. And,
just got a few years.
You know, I told myself I would never get this old, never grow up. But here we are. You know?
It happens, right?
Yeah.
Can't stop it. But I'm glad. I'm so that, because I mean, like you said, it's a crazy story. Regardless of like if you believe in God or not, that is a miraculous thing that something happened that you caught it when it was, instead of it being, like you said, a year down the line, 2 years, when it's already spread,
right.
Put a mass ties to some other places. It was caught.
We got lucky
because
that was my Christmas
of
miracle.
Something else.
Yeah, that was my Christmas miracle.
And then here you are. Like, I mean, so yeah, you spent Christmas with only one lung. Starting out this last year.
Yeah. My boys came in and saw me for Christmas, and I was healing. I mean, I was already back to work by that time.
Yeah. Because you didn't take much time off.
No, I had to pay for Christmas. You know?
Yeah, I had to pay for Christmas. And them grandbabies cost a lot, don't they?
That's yeah. Oh yeah. And it's don't miss a beat. It's but it's a scary thing. It's just getting diagnosed.
Yeah, hearing that
with cancer is.
I mean, you
a
hear that word
thing.
because it is.
Well, my dad got it and died at 39.
Really?
So, and I mean, once he got his diagnosis, he was deceased in 5 months.
So really, that is like for that to hear that go, oh man.
Yep.
That's exactly.
I mean, it was a different cancer. It was stomach cancer, and I mean, generally when they find stomach, which is what Mr. Toby Keith died of too. Or pancreatic cancer, it's already at stage 4. Yeah, there's no treatment for that, sadly. And But I mean, I will say there's great strides in treatments today if they catch it. So I mean, have a little hope, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
there's hope.
I mean, like you're an example of it. There things can happen.
If nothing else, they'll just cut that part out of you. Yeah.
You just go for it. All right, let's get it.
They call me One Lung Richie now. Yeah.
One Lung Richie.
Little huffer.
Little huffer. Almost, that's all.
Weezer.
No longer, I'm gonna start calling you Little Huffer. I like that one. That's a good one. So let's talk. Like, so now here we are. You're kind of living. Like, what's something that you're excited about right now going on? Like, what are you looking? Like, you're looking forward to the stuff's going on now. Like, you've gone through all this and
just making it through these treatments and stuff. Yeah. I mean, just I've promised the wife just to take off a little bit more, spend some time together, take more breaks. It's so easy to just work your life away and get caught up in everything. I get that, and I'm by far the guiltiest person I know of working too much, and just sometimes saying no and step aside. So, you know, we've done some concerts together and stuff, and we had a friend that brought us some tickets to the guy Youngblood.
Mm-hmm. Oh, love Youngblood. Yeah.
Went and saw him. We got tickets to AC/DC in a couple months.
There you go.
So a little road trip for that, and just have some fun together.
So good.
Gosh. And just try to have some fun.
Yeah.
You know, that's about the best I can do. Go fishing.
Go fishing, just have fun. I mean, living life is, like you said, just living the life because...
Yeah, it's...
I mean, that kind of does, like you said, it'll throw you for a whirlwind. You're like, well, now I got to think about what I'm doing.
See the grandkids, you know, it's...
Because that's what today before I came over here to sit down with you had to take the grandkids back.
Yeah, had to take grandkids back.
So you had a great weekend with the grandbabies and hanging out. And
took them and got them a new baby doll and, you know, some little outfits and stuff and have fun and before work tomorrow, you know?
Yeah, start it all over again tomorrow, right? Like that's, I mean, like, so let's talk, like, if people want to come and get a tattoo from you, like what do they need to do? Because I know, like we've talked, I know what we need to do because we've talked about this, but I don't think people understand sometimes when it comes to getting a tattoo, it's not as simple as just putting a needle to the skin. There's other things that come and play into it. You need to see, you need to learn, the art, see how big it is, where it's going, because you don't know what's there.
Right.
Like, what's the best way to go about that for somebody?
Totally in person.
Totally in person.
Totally in person. No ifs, ands, or buts. I mean, it's not like calling Walmart to get a price on a pair of P235 tires. Yeah. Where they're the price for this brand or whatever.
This is it.
Tattoos are nothing like that. I mean, we need to see the area of the body. I got to see, is there stretch marks there? What's the pigment look like? Scars, all this other good stuff. The size that it's going to be. What the art is. Do we have to draw it? Do you already have the art? There's so many variables. And then anymore, I'm looking at age. Because once you start getting into the 50s and up, and sorry to say, that's a lot of my clients. You know,
so
I work on an older group, and a lot of them, they're past getting tats at this point. Like their arms have just seen too much sun over the years. The damage is already done.
Yeah, and they get thin skin and it gets lighter.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and so
that's something I never thought about. You know.
Yeah, you've just got to really, you know, start honing in on your canvas and looking at it. I can't do that on the phone. I can't do that on email. Can't do that on a text. And they'll get pissy about it. You know, it's I don't understand why you can't quote. Well, there's a lot of reasons why, and that's why. You sell tires and I do tats. Exactly. You do your job, I'll do mine.
I mean, and funny, it's kind of weird, like old school. Like I'm more of a, like, let me go and just talk to the person.
Yeah.
Like I would rather go face to face, have a chat and see what's going on. Nowadays, we want this, like, you don't even want, you just text.
People are lazy though. People wake up in the morning, people wake up, especially this young group, and they'll start in the phone book, the closest shop.
Call them first.
And calling. And how much for a tat that's 4x4? Of this, you need to come in. You can't quote it? Nope. What do you think it'll be? This? Not going to tell you anything. You got to come in. You have an opening right now? Well, I have someone in the chair right now. So you don't have an opening or you do? And what they'll do is they will call. systematically at all these different shops until they get the answers they want, and then that's where they'll go.
Regardless of how what the
they
work
don't
looks like
do
or
any
anything
other
like that.
footwork in looking at their portfolios or anything else. They just go. And then they wonder why you get what you get.
Yeah.
And I see some crazy stuff all the time, what people get when they come in. And then, they're wanting us to fix stuff or cover stuff. And it's like, some of the times I won't touch it. And it's like, let that be a lesson. It's like, do the research, do the stuff. I'm not Mr. Fix-It.
Yeah, that's not.
So I would have rather done the piece originally.
And we would have no issue.
Saved you some money.
Yeah.
And done something cool.
Well, that's another thing people don't, like. You're not this crazy expensive place. Like you're telling me some of these other places that quote like the prices over there, they're ridiculous. And
some of them are.
I mean, it's kind of crazy to be like. I don't know. I would not.
Well, but being the boss, and I own the building.
You do it.
I don't have the overhead.
You can do what you want to do. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have the overhead that a lot of these guys do. I'm not renting an expensive place, at some damn mall somewhere. It's pretty cut and dry. It's pretty simple, You
got everything that you've done it for so long. You've worked where you've owned where you got to it, and now it kind of pays off. In a sense,
Oh yeah.
You continue. I mean,
but most of my clients too, though. I mean, I'm working on my clients' kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm on 3 and 4 generations of families now.
That's nuts.
So it's they basically come back. So
I saw Dad's tattoos, Mom's tattoos. They're good. I mean, I know he's still there. I'm gonna see.
Well, now it's grandma.
Grandma's tattoos. That's true.
Then
That's
mom
true.
and dad. Then the kids, and now their kids.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So I mean, there's literally 4 generations of some of these families that I'm working on. So it's like a reunion when they come in. It's but it's cool. I like that. Most of my clientele, for the most part, are late 30s, 40s, and up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
With probably a good 40 to 50%, 50s and up. I mean, I work on that older group, and I like that though.
And if older people are now getting tattoos when before they were always told the bad. And to me, it's hard for me to remember. I forget when it was illegal because I remember
it was legalized
when it was illegal.
November of 06.
Yeah, I remember being in high school and it was illegal, and I remember them talking about. I remember the whole thing going on whenever they were voting to pass it and all that stuff. And there was even early on, there were some crazy things that you had to abide by, like you can't be close to a church or this or that, and weird things like that. Is it still like that?
No, they've gotten rid of a lot of that stuff.
Because now you can literally stand on the steps of the church and see a weed shop right there. So it's literally...
It's really gotten sad how much they've backed up on stuff. It's
probably too lenient.
It's way too lenient. And that's why there's so many shops underground out of the house, and people that are buying their children tap machines off of Etsy or eBay and letting them practice at home. Well, let me tell you, if you get caught, that still can get you 10 years in the pen because it's still a crime in Oklahoma. If you don't have a license and they catch you with any of the materials to tattoo, like needles, ink, machines, it's $5,000 and 90 days for each piece. So
that's not worth it.
It's a lot of money. If you got 40 bottles of ink and a bunch of needles in the machine,
you're in trouble.
Yeah, you can get in a lot of trouble. If the police know, if they checked your car or whatever, or if they went into your house or whatever, it's just something else they can book you for.
Just add it on to the charge.
Yep. It's just, that's why pawn shops won't take stuff anymore. They won't take machines or anything.
Oh, really?
Because you legally can't possess it without a license.
Yeah.
It's tools of the trade. And that's the reason they legalized it, so people would quit doing it underground. There's nothing worse than, you buy little Mary a tattoo machine and she tattoos on herself. She gets cocky. She does one on Helen down the road, gives her staph. Well, now they have to amputate Helen's leg. Well, since your daughter's underage, you're liable as a parent.
You bought it.
So now they're suing you for your house. So it's really, just buying your kid one is really the worst thing you could really ever think of. And the thing is if they really want to tattoo at some point in their life, no one is going to take them under their wing and apprentice them when they've already learned everything on YouTube and learned all the bad stuff. It's too hard to unlearn that.
You're not going to be able to retrain it.
So
for sure.
I just turn them away when they come in and ask, that's my dream. Do you tattoo? Yeah.
I've been doing it for a while.
I can see all over your arms where you've done little X's and stuff, and it's like, not interested.
I don't want a part of that.
No.
I'm not retraining your brain.
Nope.
That's not.
And most people won't. It's when it comes to Oklahoma, we've got you basically, if you count your apprenticeship and then the first year being supervised, 3 years, I've got you.
So you got to deal with you for 3 years, and if you're already just running wild, I don't want a part of that.
But I mean, after that, they can go anywhere in the world.
And go town for it.
Yep.
But takes that. I mean,
it's really not worth it. And the thing is if you get into piercing, if you're a good piercer, you can make just as much, if not more money.
Yeah.
I bet I turn down $4,000 worth of work a week in piercing because I don't have a piercer.
Crazy. I mean, I still have my nose ring. That was the one thing I haven't let go of my old days, I think, is the nose ring. I still have a hole in my lip from my lip ring and all that stuff. But yeah, you can make some money doing that. I mean, a lot of places you'll call and they're like, oh, we're booked today, or we're booked for the next week or whatever. Like,
yeah, but so many people, their version of booked is I have a tat today and that's all I'm doing today.
I'm doing one and that's it.
And I mean, my idea of booked is I've got 10 tats to do today.
Let's get it.
So it's
different world.
But it's like old artists that I had working for me. They are totally kosher with getting a $200 tat today, and that suffices for them. I mean, they're not worried about tomorrow. I got bills to pay tomorrow, next week, and next month.
Yeah, it don't stop.
But these young people don't look at it that way. It's like
just get through today.
Get through today.
I got $200. I'm gonna go spend it and see what tomorrow happens.
Yep. I'm gonna go get a lobster and a steak. Well, there goes your two.
Yeah, I can't do that.
So
I got to figure out what's going on the next month.
Yep, you got a car payment due. You got a house payment.
So what's going on? But yeah,
it's just where your priorities lay, and I've never really found someone that just wowed me.
Yeah.
That came in that I was like, you know what? I trust you with the name of my shop. I trust you in what you do and how you are dressed and how you act.
Let's do it.
Okay, I'll apprentice you.
Yeah.
I've never met one person like that.
I mean, I would love to tattoo, but I just can't do it. I can't draw. I'm not an artist. I've never been one. I just can't do it.
Well, it's not a job. It's a way of life.
Yeah.
And that's what people don't get either.
It's not just to make the money.
If you've got a boyfriend or girlfriend, chances are that's over because the whole jealousy thing comes in.
True.
Because they're not going to stay and babysit you at shop because I'm not going to let it happen.
Yeah.
So then, if things just start, and then if they've got a kid, there's so many girl artists out there now, but then, I can't come in today because I don't have a sitter for my kid. Well, then I don't need you.
Yeah.
There's always something. And if I have to motivate you, I don't need you either.
I don't want you. Yeah. What's the point of this?
Yeah.
If you don't want to be here, then I don't need you here.
Yeah. It's just, I think I do really just better by myself. I've got my wife there. She's the office manager, and
I mean, you've had a couple people in the years come and go in there, but nobody's really, I mean, honestly, I don't think I've ever seen anybody stick for too long.
No, I've been there so long by myself that if anybody comes in, they're generally looking for me.
Yeah.
So it's really hard for me to...
Yeah. To go, well, so-and-so can do this.
Yeah, it's hard. Well, because, it's like, they said to ask for Rich.
Yeah.
So I'm like really bad about, if they were referred,
if they want me,
then I have to do it, or they're not going to refer anybody else to me.
Yeah.
So that's just...
No, I get that.
Basically, what I've done to myself in business is I have allowed the business to own me far longer than I've owned it. And that's my fault. I'm trying to backtrack on some of that now.
You're like, I'm trying to fix it.
But it's a little hard.
I mean, you're in a habit of doing it for so long. That's what you know. And
I've just let people, I've done that for people. So it is what it is.
It is what it is. Yeah. That's crazy. I mean, some of that stuff people don't think about when it comes to the tattoo. That's why I kind of wanted to mention it. Just the word it comes out to, the idea of what it is to get a tattoo, and the idea nowadays of instant gratification. This is what I want. Do it now. And artistry.
It's like the holidays we spoke of too.
Yeah.
It's like this week is Father's Day, and they're like, "Well, you're working this day, right?" And it's like, let's not forget, I'm a dad too, and I get breaks too, and I get vacations just like you do. But they're just like, the hell you do?
That's not fair. It's Father's Day.
It's just because it's Christmas doesn't mean you can't work, you know?
I want a Christmas tattoo. You give me a tattoo.
And it's crazy how entitled people are like that. It's like, I get days off too.
Yeah, like I'm a person.
Yeah.
Like literally, like.
And I'm just now at 57 years old, I'm making myself do that.
Yeah.
I've caved to that for years for people. And, you know, when I talk to them in the chair, like we're talking now, they get that, they understand that, but it doesn't always come across like that when they're texting and calling and behind Facebook.
No, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
Like, come on, back up. You got to give me room
here. You may be reading it with an attitude that I didn't even put in there. You know what I mean? Or whatever it is. And
give me room here. I mean, I'm a person too, so
yeah.
I'm trying to.
You're just being honest with them, and then they go, that's kind of asshole. Why did he send that to me?
Well, if you let people, they will use you up until you die and then go to the next person. And sadly, that's just the way it works.
Yeah, I mean, that is true in this world. It's if you don't have anything to do for them, then it's on to the next one.
Yep.
It's kind of, it's a scary world anymore. Not gonna lie. I'm worried about, like, my hardest thing is to teach my kids just to be good people. You know what I mean? Like, be kind, to be generous, and
I'm sure they're
take
good.
Care.
I'm sure they're good.
Oh, I honestly, like,
lead by example.
I say, you know, they give me hell at home, but like anywhere they go, school, you know, friends, whatever it is, they're like, your kids are so good.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, well, as long as they're good out in public and everybody else, they're, you know, they can come home and be crazy and do their fun, you know, whatever it is, and go. Yeah, they're good kids. They know how to act, and I'm just scared that somebody's going to like push them to go too far, and it's like it just terrifies me, like how people are. I mean, even like my son he's going to be in 6th grade this year, my oldest, and the stuff that he comes home and tells me is just outrageous.
He's how old?
He'll be 12 in September, so he's 11. It's an outrageous, like, they had to, like, literally, so the boys and girls couldn't be next to each other in his 5th grade class. They had to separate them because they were getting caught kissing and doing things. They were going in, hiding in the playground and kissing and stuff. So teachers were having to, watch each kid that goes in to make sure they come out. Like, crazy stuff. I'm like, what? Like, when I was that age, I was too worried about running around with my friends and skating and, like, I mean, yeah, girls, cool, but, like, that wasn't my main focus.
Right.
I was out my main focus was hanging out with my friends and doing stupid stuff, like having fun. Now it's like, I didn't know that shit when I was 11, and now here he is telling me stuff, and I'm going, and some of it I'm like, I don't know what that is. You know, like, I'll Google it, and I'm like, okay, well, I know what that is, but that's not what we called it. But what, like, oh my gosh, like, what are you talking about? And it's like, that is insane to me. So it's a scary world to go out there and how people are being raised and young. And like I said, it's all self-satisfaction now, like calling every place until they get the answer that they want. Okay, well, I better.
And that's why you get your kids tattooed early, because the cartel don't like people with tattoos because it's too easy to identify.
That's exactly
That's what they say. They don't get the tattoos.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Dahmer said, you know, they don't taste as good if they get tattoos. So it works in your best interest.
So let's get tattoos for your kids. I mean, that makes sense. I mean, I can't argue with that kind of logic. I mean, I have tattoos. I love my tattoos. I really like. One of my favorites was the one you did on my shoulder there, which you told me. This sun is going to go away.
It did.
And I mean, you can still see a little bit, but it's right there in my joint. Like you said, it'll go away. But it's still one of my favorite. You did exactly
I like
what
your calves better.
Oh, I know. But you did this one. I came to you with a picture and I said, okay, this is kind of what I want, but you changed it up, made it. You got to get the glasses on. I know it's fake.
Yep. My old man stuff.
But you, like,
it needs touched up.
It definitely does. But I told you I wanted it to look like a painting.
Right.
And like, most of this, I'm pretty sure everything except for me.
Don't you?
Oh yeah, I was out in the sun a lot. Yeah, I mean, I was out in the sun for pest control for years, but I think the only thing you really did outlining on were the mountains. The rest of it, you were just freehanding everything, and you painted and did it on it, and I was amazed. Like, when I saw it at the end, I was just like, oh. And I'll tell you, it hurt right here whenever you got close on the back and the front, but it's the whole thing. It's still one of my favorite tattoos because I came to you, I said, this is what I want. You drew this out, And I said, I want it to look like a painting. You did 100% like it was exactly, like it was better than I even imagined in my head. So it's still, you're not liking it, are you? What's going on? You're looking at it and it's just
touched up.
Well, yes, I know that. It's been, I'm not going to say how long because I was 21 when I got it.
And you're how old now?
38.
Wow, it's been there a while.
It's been there a minute. Yeah. It's one of my oldest tattoos.
It's been there a minute.
I think it's my second oldest tattoo. So yeah, it's been there a minute. So I mean, yeah, you told me even back then.
15 years, basically.
It's gonna fade. It's gonna get lighter. The sun's gonna go because of the way that it was. You said, if I do it like this, it's gonna fade.
Yeah.
All right. So I knew that you didn't lie to me. You didn't say, hey, it's gonna look the same in 20 years. You didn't lie to me. You said it's gonna fade. It did.
Right.
But I still loved it. I thought it was exactly what I wanted, and it was like you were in my brain, and you do it, and you're like, here it is. How's this? You sent me a picture of it, and you're like, you like that? I was like, done. Let's do it. I want it. Okay. Because actually, you know what? I got this on my 21st birthday. Now I remember it was on my 21st birthday, so that's what it was. Yep.
Had that and a pint of beer. See, you're good.
Yep. It was funny though. On my 21st birthday, I had already been managing a bar before I turned 21. The music venue, the Marquee. Mm-hmm. LDF would bring the beer in. I'd give him a check, put it in.
Right.
I'd go next door, drink. Nobody ever ID'd me because they're like, well, he runs a bar, so he's got to be 21. On my 21st birthday, after we got this, we were at the bar. I was like, I'm 21. And they're like,
what?
Dude, we've been serving you for like 6 months, a year. What? And then there was a cop in there that his birthday was the same day as mine. And he drinks there, so I knew him. So we would, he's bought me drinks before. And I'm like,
well, we're
celebrating.
About that,
yeah, I won't say his name because I don't want to. Yeah, but I'm sure he's retired now. But he was like, "What the fuck, dude? Like you're 21 today? Yeah, I bought you drinks." I was like, "I know. That's all. You never asked. You didn't ask me. You just assumed, But when I turned 21, I'd already been just doing my thing, and nobody ever questioned me. But yeah, that was on my 21st birthday. I went. Wow. I got this, and then I went and got drunk at the bar. So yeah, it was a good day. It was a good day. I had fun. I mean, he went home, had some burgers, and did a little cookout. And then as evening got, we called everybody and we were like, let's go. My sister, my brother-in-law. Well, hello there. Are you coming to say hi? Is Dad busy?
Come here.
I know. We got a little visitor. Is that a boy or girl?
Yeah, little girl.
Little girl. Yeah. She's like, I don't think so. Like that. Yeah, it's scary. But I mean, I wanted to have you on because I know the guy you are. You've always been great to me. You've always took care of you've always done an amazing job. Everything I come in, I say, I want this. You're like, yeah, we can do that. And I mean, you've, like I said, you've saved my butt a couple of times and said, yeah, maybe we don't do that. And I'm like, that's probably good. Right. Yeah, okay, if you say so. And what you're talking about.
I just throw it out there. I just throw it out there.
Yeah. So I wanted to have you on because you've always been awesome. I mean, you've been here for so long, and I wanted to talk about what you've been doing here, and you are a part of the community. You've been involved. You've been around, and so you're one of those people that
seen a lot of changes here.
I bet
a lot of changes in town.
I'm like you there too. I was running the music venue when there was nothing downtown. We had the King of Clubs, and there was literally just a couple businesses left downtown and stuff like that. We've seen. I mean, I remember whenever we wanted to be able to serve liquor or beer in downtown, and they threw a fit about it. Now there's
it's all over the place now.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. We've seen a change, and you went from the little building there, and then you went across the highway when you first started, and
turn it off.
You're like, you've been thinking about that the whole time, haven't you?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah, because it's rung, 2 or 3 times?
Twice. That's nothing. Hey, honestly, I'll probably be able to, people won't even know. They're only going to know because you said it now.
Oh. Yeah,
it's all right, but you're kind of like me, though. I'm a sound guy. The podcast for me, I'm like, the whole point of this is sound.
Right.
It's what you're listening to. The video, it's just a little added thing, but the sound is what I want. Because it's a podcast. You're listening. So, it is what it is. But no, that's not a big deal. We've done them outside. I've got beeping behind me from construction
people
and stuff.
Backing up and stuff.
Yeah, you're good. So, But yeah, you've seen it change around here. I mean, you've seen
it change a lot.
Good and bad. I'm sure you're seeing what's going around. And I mean, nowadays it's honestly, I'm going to say it now. Like, this is the first time I've been saying it. I had to leave Claremore because one, I can't afford to live here. The stuff that's going around, like, it's just not the hometown that I love. Don't get me, and the people here, there are still some amazing, awesome people. And that's the only reason that I think it is still alive. But we're sadly starting to lose that feeling, like trusting. I mean, not always been able to trust our city government. I've had my fair share with the past, not the city manager now, but the past city manager. But
I think the current is just as much of a pain right now.
And you know, I understand data centers are going to come and they're going to be around. I don't like the idea of it being across the street of somebody's house. Like that really is not a fun thing. But we all use data. We all have it saved, and so they're going to be there. It's just in the way this happened. People are probably going to be mad at me for saying this, but the way that it happened, like, it was brought about, and somebody was like, "Hey, this is going on." They didn't tell us. Nobody said anything until we found out.
Yeah.
And then 3 months later, they're like, "We're voting on this," and you're like, "We have no time to see what's happening. We don't know." Like, the people don't have the answers that they wanted.
This is so big.
It's just crazy.
This is so big for the area. And you're talking about when you get this big, and this could ultimately cost the people, not the company. The people have to foot the bill.
It's not going to. They swear up and down, but like we've seen other places around here, so I don't know how they would get around some of that.
From what I understand, they've already approached PSO on that deal, and no, it will be. They'll gather up the people in town, and they'll figure out a price, and we'll pay for their electric. So, anytime something like that's going to happen, then it should go before a vote, and it should be voted by the people here, the ones that have to pay that bill, not city council, not a mayor the job means nothing, that kisses dogs and babies. It's like,
well, at least our mayor did vote no for it, because she wanted to give the people time to think about what they were doing, which
everybody, I just don't think anybody on that, including the city manager, should have the pull. I mean, he's not even from here. He came here, he got the job, and when he's done, he can leave and carry on to the next town.
Do whatever he wants.
And I don't even know how many of the people that are on city council actually live in Claremore and not Rogers County.
So they have to live within so each district, they have to, so if you're outside of town, you have no say what goes on, but you don't get to vote for your city council member. You don't have a say.
Okay.
So the
city council is in the city.
But they live in those, so they have to live in that district of where they're at.
Okay.
So they have to live here. Now, the city manager, he does not have to live here.
Okay.
And I can't tell you where he lives. I don't know. And I know our mayor, she lives here. She lives like 2 blocks away from me. So those two people, but the way that I saw some of those city, and I'm sure people are going to give me flack on this, but the way I saw it happening was just, they didn't care. They weren't listening to anything. These are the people that voted for you to be their representative. And when there's that many people that are going, let's wait, at least just wait for us. Let's get some, and let's just not say no right now, but let's just wait. Right. Let us get some more information, do this. And then they are just getting bombarded back for that, like being called stupid and dumb and just things like that. I mean, it's insane to me. Like, that's not the place that that's not where I grew up. That's not the kind of people that's not what we were here. And that's what made Claremore so great. And I mean, literally, we've watched Claremore grow from like being empty and then how it's flourished and it's grown. But now I think we're hitting this roadblock again.
It's not necessarily that Claremore has grown. Claremore is a hub city.
Yes.
So we are a hub town to Inola, Veneta, Chelsea, Shodo, Nowata,
all this stuff.
Oologah, all these stuff. And Claremore is the, oh shit, I hope they have it so I don't have to go to Tulsa spot.
So, yeah, exactly.
So this is just the last stop so we don't have to go to Owasso or Tulsa. And And we've had some really good chances to have really good stuff here over the years, and it hasn't materialized because too many people on the council have had invested businesses that were competition, like the Hammett House and so forth, other companies, the Neelys. There's been too much competition, so they voted down. Well, this town has done such a piss poor job on just annexing stuff in the right location. You got dispensaries across the street from dispensaries, which is the worst idea because they cut each other's throat. You can't really grow in business when you have competition right there next door.
They were like, there's only going to be this many permits. And now, I mean, literally, you drive through Clare. I don't even know how many are
when
here
it was originally legalized. We drove through, like, from basically Verdigris in a circle around Claremore, and there was 52.
No way.
Yeah.
And that was then.
Yeah. Now we're down to, I think, 14. If I'm not mistaken.
So and that's still crazy.
That's too many, really.
Like, you put 14 McDonald's in town.
Right, see?
What is that going to do?
But even then, we got doubles of everything. We got 2 McDonald's, 2 Brahms, 3 Subways.
2 Sonics.
2 Sonics.
Yeah.
Do you live on the south side or the north side?
Yeah, which one are you going to do?
It's just, we've had chances to get some decent restaurants in here, and there's nowhere to do them because you let so many dispensaries go in, they took all of the little small business space.
True.
And now you drive down the street, look at how many buildings are for sale or for lease.
Yep.
I mean, there's dozens of them. Mm-hmm. Claremore is slowly, literally evaporating, and no one seems to get it. You got more people coming in because you're building apartments. But if you drive through the neighborhoods, landlords are still letting, trash move into places instead of cleaning things up and raising the rent to keep the trash out. But then my taxes, I pay almost $10,000 a year for taxes and insurance, and I've had it. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. I have taxes on, that's a whole nother thing.
$500 a month just for taxes and insurance.
Texas, to me, it's criminal. I hate tax.
You drive down my road here, Blue Star, and you're swerving potholes everywhere. But it's a concrete road, so you can't throw asphalt in a concrete hole because it won't stay.
No, it pops right out. So as soon as it gets wet again, it's out.
But apparently our guys that are trained in road maintenance don't know this.
I've seen it too many times. Like, we lived on Dorothy. Dorothy is the most, it's become this. When you drive down it, I get some of the stuff is expensive in the city, but we don't have the money to fix it, and we don't have the money to fix the.
But we just paid for a tax for that. That's why we have the highest sales tax.
I know. Now
in
we
the
have
state.
tax. Yeah, now our
10%.
taxes went up, and so I moved. When we moved, we got our utilities turned on. This is last month's bill was $575 for my house. That's my utilities. When we set up for the next one for the house now that we're at, we're doing the average pay, $116 a month for my electricity. Water, I think altogether I'll probably be paying maybe $200 once it's said and done. And I'm like, I couldn't do that. I can't do $575 every month, $600. There's sometimes when it gets to July, August, it's over $600, and half the time it doesn't stay on. So it got to a point where I hate to say, I love Claremore. I do. I love the people here, but I just can't live here anymore. Yeah. And it's sad. And another choice for us moving was I'm afraid to send my kid to the junior high. I've heard too many terrible things about it, and I was scared about it. And so I was like, my kid he's too sweet, and I want him to be a kid as long as he can be a kid. Right. I don't want the world to and don't get me wrong, I'm sure there's things at every school, and there is, but I've literally had friends that have taken their kids out of that school, moved them to other school districts, and now they're thriving straight A's instead of barely going to school. So it's been
you got to do what's best for you.
And, you know what I mean? And it's hard to say, and people are going to be like, oh, you talk about how much you love Claremore and this and that, but there's things going on here that are not okay. When I have a guest come on, I send out a questionnaire, and I see, and I start going to yours. I'm like, oh yeah, this is the perfect guy we can talk about this about, because he's not going. You're kind of like, you are the person that's going to say what seems fed. You know what I mean? And so yeah, here we go. But it is getting to a point where it's kind of hard to keep things going around here.
Well, and you got to figure, I'm paying 2 places. I pay
you have house,
2 electric
business.
bills, 2 gas bills,
Yeah.
2 this, 2 that. I mean, even my trash service, they switched, all commercial to waste management.
Yeah.
So I went from paying $29 a month to paying $42 a month with waste management.
Doing the same exact thing.
So I canceled it. I have a trash can here. I'll bring trash here. And put it here.
Yeah, I'll just take it home, but yeah.
I'm not going to pay anymore. I'm
I
done.
don't blame you, yeah.
It's just, I've said for years even, if you look at the main road, 66, the amount of semis, the amount of big trucks that go down this road and destroy the road, this little Band-Aid that they did to it, they repaved it, sealed it, will do nothing. AXH will tear that up within a year with all these loads.
That's true.
And then they have to drop the lights all the time, so our lights aren't on the timers anymore. They're all screwed up. What they need to do is turn J.M. Davis into a semi-road, and it bypasses the main road.
Just go on that side.
Right.
That would be a bad idea. I mean, it gets you out of the way. And,
and the semis can go down that road.
They can have the higher lights.
Well,
the lights were
if you
don't even have them.
If you want them to pay for it, make that a toll road for semis, and they can pay to enter and leave our town. And then you can fix it with what you make off that road. But the rest of our road, sadly, AXH, where they take that stuff, they can't get through Verdigris because it can't go under the bridge. Mm-hmm. So they have to take it to Inola and get on to take that to Tulsa.
So they're coming right through town and then right on the 88. And so where you're at, I'm sure you see it all the time because that's right there where they're turning down on 88.
Yeah, with like 3 added axles to a semi because the loads are so wide and long.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I mean, AXH, they make these giant air conditioning units for commercial buildings.
Which basically what it boils down to is the shop doesn't need to be in town. AXH should be somewhere out by like the Ingersoll Ranch by Inola.
Somewhere, yeah.
They shouldn't even be in town. And that's when you properly annex, you don't have crap like that. Like the store behind me, Midtown. Midtown doesn't need to be in town. Your renting heavy equipment should be on the outskirts. They sit back behind us, bored.
I will say
with their jackhammers going all day, and it's like, it doesn't need to be here.
I bet you hear all that kind of stuff there. It's now AXH. I will say this: at one point, that was outside of town. It was when my dad was in high school. He tells me that Blue Star, like it past that, was country. And now look where we're at. So it still
kind of is though, because that's a destination location.
Yeah, it's not.
That's why businesses don't survive out there.
Yeah, it's
unless you're going to that destination. Right. Baker does good out there.
Yeah, Baker. Which I mean, I worked for Baker for years, and I have friends that had been there longer than me. That they let them go because they closed what they were doing and they moved it to Mexico. And
it's a fluctuating market. Oil is.
I mean it is, and that goes with I've been laid off from Baker Hughes. I went back to Baker Hughes. Whenever it goes up and down, it happens. But these are people that they've been there for 40 years, 30 years. That they were like, sorry, we don't have a place for you. We're sending this all to Mexico, and they did that to them. And it's like friends that have people they've only worked at Baker Hughes. They went from high school working at Baker Hughes. And that's where they've been. And now we don't know what to do about you. It was the funniest thing. When I worked there, somebody was trying to unionize over there. Mm-hmm. And they shut down the entire plant. We were getting paid to go to a little meeting and watch a video while unions were bad. Because they were so terrified about having a union in that place. It was insane. It was the craziest thing to me going, it was one of my first, realizing they're trying to, brainwash us, convince us, this is a bad thing to do. Which, I mean, the unions have their ups and downs. It's a good thing and a bad thing. I can see that too. But, yeah, it was funny that I remember that. We had to go, went up to RSU. They had us all in that big old hall up there and watch a video about why unions are bad. They had people coming up there telling us why unions are bad. And it was... They don't want to. The unions are covering your butt, and so they're covering the employees, and they don't want to deal with that. And that was kind of the sad part about it. But I mean, don't get me wrong, I made lots of money from Baker Hughes, so working there, I did make lots of money. But it's what anyways.
On the roads, like we were talking about, I don't know if you remember, but Claremore, quite a few years ago, they got a grant that was like $10 million. And the railroad was going to match that if they would do it. And they were going to raise the tracks. Remember that?
Yep, they've been, gosh, I remember that.
And then Claremore kind of reneged on that deal. But see, what they were going to do is they were supposed to put a train yard, and that would help on some of the traffic issues here. And they were going to put it over there behind AXH, which is where the data center is going to go now.
Yeah.
And, but you know, they say we've got like, I don't know how many hundreds of these trains that come through every day. And what makes it so bad is we have a north-south and east-west track.
We have two.
That's what complicates things. And, you know, the only people to blame on that whole situation are dead and gone now. Because they're the ones that constructed the town that way, because the railroad's never going to change. It's never going to move.
You can't,
They own it.
They own it.
They built. My wife did a great job, didn't she?
Oh, goodness. Anyways.
They chose
to do that.
To build right where they were. And
it's so crazy. Like, being where we're at now, like, I don't hear any trains. It's the craziest. And honestly, I mean,
I can sit here on this porch and I'm miles away, and it sounds like they're going through the neighborhood.
Yeah, we can hear them in our house. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
in the mornings especially.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And but I got to a point, like, I used to run the venue downtown, and we would have people, you know, bands from all over come, and we'd be chatting and talking, and I'd hear the horn go, and I'd just stop talking for a second, let them do their, you know, horns through town, and then I just continue my conversation. They would go, "What was that?" Like, you literally just like stopped talking and just kept on going. And I'm like, "Oh, I didn't even notice. Like, it's just a normal thing now. We just
but some honk, some don't.
Yeah,
that's what's weird.
It depends on where they're going. Well, because remember they closed down like 3 different cross throughs or 2 different cross throughs to make it a quiet zone or something, and this basically they had to do something. They got paid some money and from the railroads not to make them do the work or something like that. It was something, so they closed down some of those through traffics, and so there's certain parts now where they don't do it, but then the rest of it, it's like they're quiet zones or something like that. Yeah, I don't know, but you still hear them. They're going.
No, I hear them blow. I mean, at 3 in the morning, you can hear them blow it. It's
you're like, ugh.
The only way they can stop that is they've got to put all these double reinforcements and put those curbs in between it so you can't go through it.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
you can't.
And Claremore doesn't want to match that money and put that money up to pay to do that.
Yeah. I mean, they did. I heard something about they're like trying to like say something about it, but I also think it's kind of just a distraction to say, hey, remember this thing we could do?
Every council before them and before them and before them.
Everybody said
all that's been their promise.
We're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to do this.
And
we're going
nothing's ever happened. And it's just a typical politician.
My thinking is like, I don't know if anybody's driven down James Davis or even when Riggs there, where when it's pouring down rain, bear the courthouse or whatever, that flood. It's lots of water there.
Oh, yeah.
If you put an underpass, that thing's going to be filling up.
Yeah.
You're going to have some kind of system to keep it clean and pumped out. Like there's logistics that, you know, you got to make it work. And so there's ideas and I understand. I'm not an engineer, so I don't know like all that kind of stuff. And I can only do what my capacity of my brain can think of, but I'm sure there's other things that they can do and whatnot. But I always thought that's going to flood and then you can't even drive under it because there's going to be so much water in there.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know. You know,
maybe that'll happen after we're long gone. So.
I'm sure we'll be, my kids will have grandkids by the time I think that happens. So I'm not going to lie. Cause they've been talking about this since like the 70s, I think 60s or 70s, about doing overpasses, underpasses, things like that.
Track's been there since the 1800s.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So. It's been there forever. And so that's what came into town. That's what Claremore, that was their his little stop there. And so it was.
Yeah. Well, Rogers, he was riding in and he missed the train and he made this his home. No, I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing.
That's not true. Don't say that. I was like, that's not true. He was born. But anyways, you can literally go to the house he was born at.
Well, but that's in actually,
it's actually in the middle of Ulagal Lake.
Right.
Well, the house is not there. It's out. They moved it, but where it was.
It's in the lake.
It's in the lake.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think, so remember a couple of years when we had the drought a little bit where it was dry? it was so dry that they were actually able to walk out to the actual spot to where it was at.
Really?
Some of the Cherokee Nation had got to go out there and be where the house used to be at. It dried up so much. We had that drought. Yeah. Which I thought would be pretty cool. Yeah. I was like, man, I wish I would have known that because I would have liked to go out there and see it.
Found like his old harmonica with his initials in it.
Something crazy. You're like, I'm rich. No, because I love the Will Rogers birthplace out there in Illinois. It's one of our favorite spots. The kids love it. We've always gone out there. Huh. They have, some animals out there, and it's just pretty. Like from the front porch, you can see the lake, and it's just a gorgeous view.
Well,
they do the fly-in out there where they have the planes come in and land on the field and stuff like that. It's really cool. They haven't done it. They didn't do it last year, and they're not doing it this year because the Cherokees took over the house. They bought it from the state, because the state wasn't taking care of it. It was run down, and they said, well, if we'll buy it, but then you have to put the money into the Will Rogers Museum. And I said, okay, so that's where they're getting a lot of that. But they're buying it. They've shut it. They've closed it for the past, I think, it's maybe a year and a half now, But they're redoing it, fixing it back up to kind of get it back to the glory. Because it was rough. The roof had holes in it. It was like, before that, it was just holding hay. It was a barn. Like before they made it a museum, like this little spot. It was a hay barn. People were just putting hay in there.
Okay.
So they're fixing it up and getting it back to the glory days and things like that. Which that's one thing I'll say about the Cherokee Nation is they do come in and they're trying to kind of bring that heritage back and bring some of that stuff around here, which is I love about it because there's a lot of history here, and that's what Claremore's
Secret Ink tattoo. Yeah,
Secret Ink.
It's where it started.
It's where it's at.
Secret no more.
Secret no more. I always thought that was funny, Secret Ink, and it's kind of really.
Let me tell you how that started.
Yes, let's hear that.
So before it was legal here, and I was getting everything going, I sat down with a piece of paper, and I was coming up with different names. We thought about white trash tattoo, your trailer or mine,
yeah.
Whatever, and I was like, let's just call it Secret Ink because we're not supposed to be doing it. And I did a little advertisement on my truck. And I was driving, I still had my construction business, and I was driving in Tulsa one day, and Rick Wells from Channel 6, he saw it, and he calls me up, and he goes, hey, what's the deal? Mobile tattooing. And Rick and I ended up being really, really good friends over the years, and he covered every story for everything I did.
Yeah.
And until he retired here a few years ago, and he and his wife moved down to San Antonio, and super great guy, but he came out and he said, I want to get a picture of you doing a tattoo. So I got a volunteer. We did a dream catcher on his arm right at his kitchen table. And we were working on legalization at that point. And then since then, I did, I think, 3 tattoos on Rick.
Really?
Yeah, all of his Vietnam stuff. And I tattooed his wife.
If you grew up here watching the news, like,
Rick's a cool dude.
You watched him. I grew up watching him.
Rick was a cool dude.
That's really cool though. I
didn't
even know that. That's really, it's neat.
His wife passed out on us. We had to finish her on a second one, But Rick did great. I remember the first one we did his insignia when he was in Nam, and he was a reporter in Vietnam too. So
I bet he's got
we did his patch, and we did a helicopter in the background, and he came out with his wife beater on, and he just looked like hell. And ink's all smeared on him. And Tammy had always said, we ought to have a book that explains why people get stuff too, what's it mean to you, and you can share that.
That is a good idea.
He just looked whooped, and she's always laughed because people, the way they look when they go in versus the way they look when they leave, sometimes it's like they went through hell.
They just went through it.
Oh, yeah. They sat there for 4 hours of hell.
You're like, you see it, huh? You're like, oh, that wasn't good for them, huh?
Yeah.
They may not get another tattoo.
So, it's Rick was just, he's a great guy, and I hear from him on occasion. He'll write, and he'll wish us Merry Christmas and stuff. And I miss him not being here because anytime we have an event, I could call him, and he came out and he did a story.
Yeah.
And that's what was always great because he brought Tulsa there.
Yeah.
He brought everything else around. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Into it, yeah.
So I've been scared to trust anyone else to do that because he and I just had a relationship.
That's kind of hard. Like you said, that bringing Tulsa into here, that doesn't happen much anymore. It's because that is because when we had the music venue, we would go to Canes, we'd go here, we'd go there, and we'd hand out flyers.
Right.
And we would pass them out, and that was to bring people to Claremore to come to our shows. Like that's how it was back then. Yeah. And now that you say that, that's kind of gone away. It's really
and that's what we did when I started back in.
You don't think about
in 06. We would go to Hard Rock, which it didn't even have all of Hard Rock.
Yeah, it wasn't even what it is now. No, it was when it first started.
Right, but we were handing out cards. Even if it meant giving a $40 tattoo away for free, get them in the door.
Get them in the door.
And generally, if we could get them in, we could win them over with personality or
once
something else.
Once you get one tattoo, you're kind of like, oh yeah, that wasn't bad. I want another one, and it just kind of goes from there. So.
Well, so many of the people that I've had in over the years, and Tammy's great about it too. Is you make them feel like family.
Yeah.
So then they feel like they're cheating if they go somewhere else. It's
honestly, I could never go to anybody else because I would feel bad.
It's just you develop a friendship, and that's what keeps them coming back. It's not just a one-time deal. It's we're here for the long haul.
We're here for it. I will say this. If I tell somebody to go there, I don't say there's a good guy. I say my friend Rich over here. Honestly, that's what I've always said. My friend Rich, he does an awesome job. He's done all my tattoos. That's where you should go. I've never even thought about that. That's literally, I've just called you my friend the whole time. If you never even remember me or even whatever it was, to me, you were my friend.
Right.
And you know what I mean? I was your friend. So that's kind of how I thought in my brain. So yeah, you make us feel like that family where I feel comfortable coming to you with a weird tattoo idea or something like that for you to go, yeah, that's fucking dumb.
Well, and I'll be honest. And I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, let's not do that. That's probably and I'll be like, okay, what do you think instead? And you're like, well, how about we do this? And I'm like, that's a great idea because I literally you've done that. It's
Ren and Stimpy. It is.
Yeah. Ren and Stimpy.
Okay.
It is. All right.
Okay.
All right. If I wanted it, you'd be like, okay, I'll do it. But I don't want to do it. I don't want to do this to you. But
I'm just going to be honest with you. Yeah, that's all. And if you want to do it, then that's fine.
You make it feel like a family, like it's welcoming in there. I don't think I've ever walked in there and just been like, I shouldn't be here. I'm out of place or whatever it is. I've always
no, we don't want you to be like that.
I feel comfortable going in there because one, you're getting a tattoo and things like that. You got to feel comfortable. You don't want to be shaky or nervous.
Well, and we've always had an open door policy too, just because of the amount of vets that I have come in. Mm-hmm. Even if you're not getting a tat and you just need a place to come in,
just chill
and just hang out and talk.
Yeah.
Come in.
Chat.
So we're there, and we've always been there for. Anything we can.
Yeah.
Be. Now I'm not totally up to real long hugs and petting or anything in there, but I'll listen to you. I'll give you a bottle of water and stuff, but no, that the guys have always been welcome in, or the girls, they have a problem. It's a safe spot.
It's a safe spot, yeah.
So just come on in.
You're still not a small dude. I wouldn't go against you. Even now you're getting older.
I'm getting too old for that shit. I've only got, pretty much one lung now. So
well, that's true. Maybe I shouldn't be too afraid of you still.
Long.
But at least you're going to get your kicks in at least.
Well, I just keep a gun handy now.
That's the smart choice there. Yeah. You just figure that. You're like, I'll just do it. Right.
Yeah.
But you've always been bigger guy, so I can understand that. Yeah, I wouldn't want to I tell people I'm glad he's my friend and not an enemy because I'm glad you're on my team and not the other one because that's really what it is. But I wanted to have you on because you're a great dude. You do amazing work. I appreciate you. I literally don't have anything bad to say about my tattoos. I can't go look at them and go. To me, you looked at that one and you were kind of disappointed in me. I could tell.
Well,
I could feel it in your eyes. I could feel it in your eyes. But to me, I'm still 100% happy with my tattoos. I know they're going to fade, and
I'm happy about that.
Still, my favorite, my mater, my mountains, those are my favorite tattoos. I honestly don't know if I've ever seen somebody with a mater. I've never met somebody with a mater tattoo.
I can tell you I've never done another one.
You've never done another one?
No.
At least I got something different finally, but it's...
Yeah, when you brought that in, I said, you want what?
You want that? So actually, my son picked that out.
But I had a lot of fun doing it.
So I gave him choices. I said, which one do you want to do? He said, I want mater. And that's what he did. And so that's what I got for him. And so I'd let him pick it out. And back then it was just him. It was me and him, and that was.
No, I remember.
He was my best Bubba.
I remember.
And when I first got it, I was stoked. Like, dude, like it was so cool. I felt cool. I felt, like it just felt good.
It's unique.
So it is. It's different. Unique. But like I said, I've gotten so many compliments on it, and not just because it's Mater, but them going, man, look at the color, because. He's rusty, but still has the color still. So he's got the blue still with the rust, and that's what people tell me. Like, it looks like Mater. It's not just what it is. So that's literally not just because it's Mater, but because of how well you did the tattoo. People
looks like Mater.
That looks like Mater, like you can tell. So, and I love me some Mater. So he's just a simple country boy, and I can't get wrong with nothing with that. So But I wanted to have you on to share that. Didn't even know about the cancer stuff, which I guess is my fault for not even paying attention in the world. Like, you get so busy and things like that. I'm glad you're still here, Bubba. That's a big thing. It's
a day-by-day thing.
But, I'm sitting down, this is your day off. You're giving me time to sit down and chat with me over.
More than welcome.
Those little podcasts that, maybe 1,000 people ever listen to, but whatever it is, but it's fun. If maybe 15 people didn't know you were over there somehow, like we were talking, how the hell are you going to know for 20 years? Maybe they could go, hey, let's get over there. Let's go get a tattoo. He's still over there. Let's go see him.
Yeah, right.
Guys, go get a tattoo. Go see him. Go in person. Go in there. Talk to him. Say, this is what I want. Get it. And you're not going to find a better artist anywhere around here. So sorry to all the other tattoos. You guys may do a great job. But it's not, I've firsthand have seen what he does. I've seen it on other people. I have it on my own body.
Come over, give us a chance.
So so people know where to go. What's the address over there?
It's 317 South Lynn Riggs. We are just 2 doors down from Domino's, or catty corner across the street from AT&T.
Yep.
You can't miss us.
Literally on the main road that goes through town.
I am on 66, right there. Boom.
It's right there.
Yep.
It's a little shop there on the corner. You've got it says
tattoo right there.
Tattoos right there in front of your face.
So I don't have all the crazy cars outside like I used to.
I know.
That's how people knew me.
You could say, go see this car or whatever it was. Like, you had, what was it, a Charger or something?
Yeah, that green Charger.
That green Charger.
Or the truck with all the trouble.
The trucks with
or the Corvette.
Or the Corvette.
Yeah.
So, that's what it was. Yeah. It was always like the green.
Yeah, that was another thing I kind of did to me. Like, so if the cars weren't there, they didn't stop. And it's like, I'm still here.
So, that's true.
So I had to break
because, if you've been around a while and you've been going there, then you go, well.
Yep. They were great ideas to bring people in, but
now that you don't.
If you didn't drive that car, you were kind of stuck because they didn't stop.
They didn't
stop. They didn't think you were there.
That's crazy. But you can't miss the place. Literally, if you're driving down.
It's right there.
Route 66, literally.
We're one of the few shops in the country on 66. Just a handful. Yep.
And like I said, you guys got some things going on for Route 66. People are coming through town. If you're coming, people are traveling through and just taking 66 right now.
Correct.
You want to get a Route 66 tattoo on Route 66.
Yep.
That's your place to go. Buy an artist that's going to do a great job.
I've got one of the blue whale.
Do you? It's perfect. Yeah. So, heck yeah.
I've got some little cute ones. Yeah.
Little cute ones.
Yeah. And they're anywhere from 100 to 150.
They're
not crazy
that's
high.
Not even.
They're all full color. So come on in.
You can't beat that.
No.
Can't beat that. It's good work and it's affordable. So, have some fun while you're going down Route 66.
Yeah.
But
get your kicks.
Get your kicks.
Yeah.
Love it. I love it.
On 66.
I appreciate you taking the time to sit down with me. Literally, I'm sitting in your living room on your couch. Like, you invited me over to your house to come do this. Like, that's the first time for that. I'll tell you that. Nobody's invited me to their house to come do the podcast. So
wow.
That's the first time.
Well, now you know.
So, yeah. And in the house, literally when I walked in, I went, oh, this is cool. Like, this is awesome. I like this. Like, I was like, this is totally your vibe, though. Like, this is, I can see it. It's you. But it's like, it's not, you got Fleetwood Mac hanging up right there. That's, you can't, that's my wife's favorite band.
I still listen to stuff old school on the tuner with the turntable,
We've got one at the house too. Like, it sounds better. It feels better.
Yeah.
It feels better. I don't know. We've lost CDs and kind of stuff. Everything's streaming nowadays. So at least we have the records.
I like the feel.
I do too. I like it. It feels better.
Oh, yeah.
It just feels better when you're listening to it that way. I'm big music because whenever I first started, I was in the music industry when I first started coming to get tattoos from you.
Right.
And you're like, "Are you going to do this forever?" I'm like, "Yes." I did not do it forever. I was like, screw it, I'm tired of this. I'm getting older. I'm too old. I mean, even when I was like in my mid-20s, I was like, I'm too old for this anymore. Like, I don't want to handle this stuff anymore. It's too much. But
yeah, even when I was working on the bands and stuff, it's like a lot of that stuff, I'm glad it's passed. I can't deal with that stuff.
I remember the stuff that I couldn't do it. I couldn't hang anymore. Like, as much as I used to drink and I couldn't do it anymore. I'd be laid out. Before I was like, oh yeah, I'm good. And I did a lot of stupid things. I'd jump in the car and drive, and I was dumb. I was stupid, but I'm still here somehow, and I made it. But lives have changed, and it's awesome. But we've been through it together. Again, once you quit, if you retire ever, I don't know if I can ever get another tattoo unless maybe you give me permission or. Like you give me a handwritten note
like
saying that I can do it. Yeah, like
I got a rich release.
Yeah, like a rich release. I can have a release. Yeah. So that's maybe the only way I could feel comfortable enough getting it from somebody else. And you'll probably have to just tell me where to go too.
Dude, I've had that though. I've actually had people at Kat Von D's shop in LA call and go, dude, we're like here. Would it like totally piss you off if we got a tat? And I was like, no. Just don't put it somewhere where we're working at.
Yeah, don't mess up what I'm doing.
Yeah, don't mess it up. And then they say, okay, all right, cool, man, thanks. And they call me back and they're like, wait, what would you charge for this? And I tell them, and they were like, okay, we're not getting a tat.
It's not worth it. Yeah, it's not worth the name.
She wants like $800 to do this little bitty tat, and I'm charging $150. And they said, and she's not even going to do it. She won't do it. It's not enough.
It's not big enough.
So she's kicking it off to somebody else.
Yeah,
so,
I know.
And it's like, dude, you can tell everybody she did it. Just come get it from me.
I don't care.
I don't give a damn.
You're like, whatever happens. Yeah.
You can tell them whatever.
So when you do decide to quit doing it, I'm going to have to get a release from you so that I can continue to get tattoos after that.
Yeah, we'll see.
I mean, we'll see. Maybe you're maybe not going to let me get you. Like, nope, sorry, not going to happen.
We'll leave you a small collection of peel and stick.
At least I can feel tough every once in a while.
You can stick them on.
Still,
I got an ice
I'll just poke myself with a needle a couple times to feel it, and you're like, okay, yeah, all right.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I
don't know if that'll fly. I'm gonna have to maybe we'll figure something out.
Well, come in. I'm getting old. I'm not sticking around too much longer.
I need to come get another tattoo. It's been too long.
I got maybe a few years, and I'm done. I don't see myself at 60 doing this. Right now, I mean, with my cheaters, I can still see with my eyes, But I mean,
it's happening.
Arthritis is setting in. My back and everything else, and then the cancer scare. So it's like, I'm not going to be doing this forever.
So we only got a few years left to get some tats from you. Is what you're saying.
Yeah, come in and get them.
Get them now while we got a chance.
Yeah, while I'm still breathing.
I need to come up with something like really cool that like can just like finish it off with you that. Like we just do something big. That's what we need to figure out. We need to come up with something cool, local, something. I bet you can come up with something.
Oh, sweet. I bet I can.
I bet you could. We'll start working on it. Figure it out because I want to do something big before you go.
Okay.
I want my last one. Whenever you decide to go, I want it to be like that was it. Look at that. Wherever it's at. Deal.
Deal.
Right, you can't go until you do it.
I hear you. I hear you.
That's it. I'm telling you. Don't let him go until he does it. You saw him shake my hand right there. Everybody saw it. It's okay. There we go. Right. Well, Rich, Tammy, thank you guys for inviting me to your home. Let me sit down with you on your day off and have some fun, have some chat. I do appreciate it, guys. If you're looking for a tattoo, go see them.
Come see me.
You will not find a better artist
Claremore.
in Claremore. It's right on 66. You guys are traveling. Whatever it is, come see them. I promise you will not be disappointed.
All right.
But guys, thank you for listening to another episode of I Never Met a Stranger. We'll talk to you soon.